happy hour coming at you. We got Blue Jackets and Flyers, 2-0, second period. Definitely come join us and talk about it because I know you're going to want to vent. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get talking hockey. Let's go.
Let's go! This ain't the fuck like Austin Stinker, he stinks!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We are live on A2DRadio.com with some live reactions of the Flyers Blue Jackets round 2 in the season. We are brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy. Dr. Paul Vidal, he's our all you got to do is go online to specializedphysicaltherapy.com, make an appointment, and then come take a look and visit him either in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New York, and his staff will take care of you. They helped out Brian, they'll help out you. So go give the doc a call or go give him a ring on the internet and make an appointment. All right then. As I said before, tonight we are going to be talking Flyers to see who will win between these two teams in their second battle during the regular season. We already had their first one. Did not go all that well for the Flyers when they were in the Nationwide Arena the first time, and right now the score is 2-0, so it's not going all that well right now either for the Orange and Black. But before we dive into our poll question and do our live reactions, give you a little bit shout out from our sponsors. They'll be sponsoring our question for tonight, and that is Baggio's Bakery, Mount Laurel, New Jersey, home of the best bread and sandwiches. And if you go and visit their store down in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, which is the home of the best stuffed breads and tomato pies, sandwiches, cutlets, and meatballs, mention A2D, and you can get 10% off of your in-store purchase. So go ahead and do that and get yourself some good food in the Mount Laurel area.
Maddie, I already went and checked them out. I had to get one of those meatball grinders like ASAP, and they got a whole Thanksgiving menu out right now too. If you want to have your Thanksgiving catered rather than cooking, man, that menu was exquisite.
I'm checking them out when I get up there. So
nice. So let's see here, and the poll question is: Jackets will rebound from the start. Agree or disagree? And we did talk about how the Blue Jackets were considered one of the favorites of the going into this sleeper chance of getting in a wild card spot before the season began. And unfortunately, it went 110% according to plan. But are we seeing a rebound from the Blue Jackets?
We're starting to see a little bit, Maddie. I mean, the Goudreau hasn't been the problem. Like we talked about this last week, Brian. He's lighting up the score sheet. It's the abysmal play around him that's been really disheartening, I'm sure, for Johnny Hockey and Columbus Blue Jacket fans. We saw them really step up their game and start to turn it around and show what they're capable of. But, Maddie, I think it was just a bad start. You got some new pieces coming in. They're not going to gel immediately, but they are slowly starting to rebound into form. So I'm going to agree with the poll.
yeah, I think I'm with Rob on this one. I think it's hard to not agree with this poll right now because you're starting to get some of the play from the young guys. The one guy you really need to really step up is Cole Sillinger, and he had a really good scoring opportunity. He's only got 1 or 2 goals on the season. You know, they're the second youngest team in the league, and next to the New Jersey Devils, and you see how well the New Jersey Devils are playing. You know, this is a marathon season. It's like baseball. It's not always about how you start. It's about how you finish. You know, a lot of teams can come up with a slow start and wind up finishing good. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But it looks like the Blue Jackets are finally starting to put some of the things together and starting to play some good hockey.
I thought the Flyers scored while Brian was talking again. Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, why break a trend?
Right. It was popular last year. Might as well bring it back for this year. And it is Kevin Hayes.
They did.
We got, so
Oh,
I
hey.
believe that.
All it takes is one.
Right. So there we have it. It is now 2-1. Blue Jackets are still up in this game in the second period. Well, that was against the Blue Jackets. In 26 games, he's got 9 goals, so he's not too bad against the Blue Jackets. He likes to play the red out from Columbus, apparently. What's up, Benny?
What's up, Benny?
And,
what's up, Chris?
He's also saying that he wanted to throw. Yeah, what's going on, Chris? He also saying there we go, and good work by TK there. Yeah, good work with their good passing. And seems like they've got good pulse on what to do offensively and creating chances.
Well, not just that. You know, the forecheck was just completely abysmal in the first period. They weren't winning any battles. They weren't really doing anything positive in the offensive zone. They had a couple good chances, yeah, but you know, even John Tortorella said it perfectly in his interview during the first period. They sucked. Like, they did not look good in any aspect of that first period, and you saw TK work on setting up that goal, and it led to something positive. So, you know, they got to maintain that pressure and get that forecheck going if they want to start creating some scoring opportunities.
Now, I know he didn't get credit or yes, he does get credited with the primary assist here. Is 8 was this for TK? Yeah, is 12th assist on the season, 18-point overall. Man, TK has been standing out.
He absolutely has. It's the first time in his career that he's been a point per game player.
So, I mean, it's great to see because, you know, we all knew what TK was capable of. We all knew that he was capable of being that we've always needed him to be, where he steps up to the plate and the offensive side of the puck that's, you know, able to really bring everything to the play. You know, not just the goal scoring, but the assisting and what have you. And if Torts has figured out what Konechny needs to get his game going with Hayes, great. You know, that is wonderful. I will take that. No matter how the Flyers finish in the season, I will take that because for the longest time we were just seeing Konechny being a pylon half the time, not even really contributing anything on the roster. And hopefully that's what the future holds, that we're starting to see Konechny piece everything back together.
I mean, the one aspect of his game that I don't think ever really faltered is what's up, Tommy? Is his passing ability. I think his passing ability has always been there. I mean, if you look at last year, I think he had like 50 points and 40 of them were all assists. So, you know, he's been able to do that. He just needs to find that scoring touch again. I think with the line that he's on and towards system, it's working out in his favor.
Right. The game's on. I mean, the only way I'm getting ESPN Plus, this might just be an ESPN Plus exclusive.
It is.
So keep it with us, Teddy Man. We'll get you updated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. So, no Lane tonight.
Yeah, he's out with a sprained ankle.
I actually didn't see. Oh, okay, yeah. So Patrick Lane tonight for the Columbus Blue Jackets, who magically, you know what?
I think he's
I think I'm going to give these Blue Jackets another go. Hockey signed with the team.
he's out with his sprained ankle. I think he's considered week to week or day to day. I don't think it's a long-term injury. I think he'll be back
Gotcha.
sooner than later.
Gotcha. And for everyone who has been putting out your comments, and which we always appreciate, and if you're also doing it uh, as a newcomer, if you want to join the A2D fam and you want to join the A2D channel, you can become an A2D member. It's $9.99 a month. Perks includes weekly sports picks and more, and the weekly sniff at, because there's some money out there to gain on parlays and always worth in on, and getting the best takes that you can get from some great experts that we got rolling around here at A2D.
Yeah, the boy's been on fire,
See
man.
here. Now still 2-1. Oh, what in the just overall betting?
And that betting picks. Yeah, Nate Money Moss, Willie putting out parlays daily. Big Willie, they just been on fire. You got to jump in. That membership's going to pay for itself.
Absolutely. Willie's putting stuff up on the A2D Real Talk group now. He's putting up at least three plays a day, so you better check that out.
Nice. Definitely jump in on that. And Jake saying, "What up, fellas? I'm going to disagree with the poll." So Jake is saying disagree. He does not think the Blue Jackets from.
But why, Jake?
Shaky
Why?
start for them.
Oh, Blues and the Blue Jackets are on or Blackhawks? Yeah, wow. Blues and the Blackhawks are on tomorrow night? That's pretty good. I like that. I like that matchup.
I was going to say, man, I didn't know they did split squad games during the regular season, so I guess the Flyers would have been facing the Aces.
Shut up.
Since they're down 2-1.
Shut up. Shut your hole.
That's the whole reason why I'm here. I'm just here to give people shit. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got ourselves a tied hockey game. The Flyboys with a goal from Cates, and it is now tied at 2 goals apiece. Always beautiful to see a young pup get himself a game-tying goal right there. Nice play, too.
Yeah, he's been contributing, man.
Right,
and again, the Flyers just outright dominating in the second period. The second period has been their period this year.
No, it absolutely has, Robin. That was a great passing play. Tippett doing a good job fighting off for that puck and getting it to McEwen. And good awareness by McEwen to see that he had the cross-ice availability there for Noah Cates. And bravo to Noah Cates for getting it off quick.
Does Merce Lincolns pull his groin or something? I'll take a look at him.
Possible? Because he didn't really slide when he went from it's possible. He didn't look like he got much on the slide there, so he may have gotten stuck and he may have pulled something. Hey, girl.
Oh, boy. Yeah, because he is being helped off by Gavra. Is that Gavarinov or Gavaponov?
What's up, Dylan? See you in the chat.
He's done for the night. Yeah, so Merce Lincoln's done for the night. Due to an injury. It's a shame. He actually had a nice little Harley Quinn Joker thing on the back of his mask. But
let's not talk about Batman right now. I'm still heartbroken. Let's not talk about Batman right now. I'm still heartbroken.
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, you're right.
That stung.
Right. Oh, that did. Yeah. When I got that news, I was like, really? Man, best voice ever. It was freaking...
Not even that best Batman ever. Rest in peace, Kevin
politicians
Conroy.
Get to live till they help. Yes, best Batman ever. Yeah. That's or if Ben existed in real life, that's exactly what he would sound like.
Yeah, it definitely looked like his groin.
Let's see here. Yeah, so Merce Lincoln's gone. Corpus Sal, yeah, he's in now. And I've been checking Tankathon. How are the Blue
Tankathon.
Jackets in the second worst team behind the Ducks? They have such an awesome roster. Yeah, Tankathon. He put it in caps there. I think he wanted me to yell that part for some reason.
I mean, something tells me they're not really tanking, but I mean, yeah, they have a good roster. They just, sometimes it takes a little while for these to really come together. Especially when you bring in a big name like Johnny Gaudreau, sometimes that messes up the chemistry a little bit, and you just gotta find it again. Test out the live chat. We have a live chat?
Yes, we do. We're having. Thanks for sticking with us. We're having a little quirks. We're having a new streaming service, Restream, bringing you tonight's broadcast. Of course, whenever you bust out something new, it takes us hosts to get used to it. All the back end guys did all their work. We applaud you for getting us up and running. We're just getting used to it right now. So yeah, apparently there's a live chat, and you should test it out, Maddie.
Get it, Maddie. I think you're the only one who has access to it anyway, because I don't know what he's talking about.
Quick question. Okay, because now I'm trying to find it.
Because I don't know. I can't see it on my end.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to find. I would have asked Frank while he was still here. Whoops. Okay. Let me go find that.
This thing come with a manual?
Seriously, where's?
I know. It's like I didn't even realize we had that.
Where is it?
If I realized I would have.
Go?
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
It's like that scene in Ace Ventura when he's looking in the dolphin tank in the beginning.
Well, here, I'll let Bry lose his. Oh, okay.
Why is he signaling me out? Wait, what did I do? I'm done with Raska. If he wants these aging
and he'll be
guys
here
at the end of their careers.
He'll be here in a minute.
It's not 1997 anymore. Joe Thornton is done. The Sharks didn't even bring him back.
What? For good reason. No, the Sharks are not competing here.
I'm saying. The Sharks couldn't even take him back.
Impressive saying it. I'm listening here, but y'all going to be my soundtrack to sleep with the Flyers game. Well, thanks. We're very happy to put you to bed.
Ooh.
Prison.
That's loser talk. Go out, get some jolts. Let's go. Let's stick with us. No.
You need to stop falling asleep on us, Priz. We get you the first 5 minutes, and then you're gone. And then we get our group chat where you're like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, I still fell asleep on you guys." You need to sack up, bro. It's time to sack up, bro.
Brian, it's kind of like when I hook up with women. I'm good for 5 minutes, and then I'm out like a light.
Hey, listen, at least you get 5 minutes. I don't even get 5 minutes. I'm
over here being a hero.
All she has to do is breathe. Wow. I can't. I'm going to put that down before I spill that. You're being heroes. That's funny. Joe Thornton needs a Stanley Cup. Maybe. He ain't going to get it in Anaheim. Anaheim's going to get Connor Bedard.
I think not to say that Anaheim can't. They're just not. I don't think they're not there immediately. I mean, I definitely say that.
mean, Joe Thornton's done. He's done. Like I'm not
Yes,
concerned about it. He's done. He's had his opportunities. He's had three chances that I know of. One in San Jose, one in Toronto, and then one in Florida. It's not like he hasn't been on teams where he hasn't had an opportunity to win. Admin Brodo. Uh-oh.
Okay, so here, while I talk with Mr. Brodo,
Talk amongst yourselves.
why don't you guys talk amongst yourselves? Yeah. And Benny's saying,
Hey, Brian, how about we
healthy?
talk about the
I'm wondering
game
if
that the
that
people
means
are coming in?
We could absolutely do that. We could do that. Yeah, we talk about that big guy they were showing who was just flexing. I don't know what he was doing. He's just flexing the whole time. Yeah. Sorry, boys. I'm a little hyper tonight.
That was Swirly Dan from Letterkenny.
It could have been.
Anyway, let's see here.
All right, go enjoy your conversation with Berto.
I am doing that right now.
Okay. All right.
So, Brian, give us an update to what's going on, because there's several people out there like myself who having trouble getting in connection with Hulu or ESPN Plus. What do we got going on with the game right now?
All right, so with the 5:18 mark here in the second period, tied up 2-2, Flyers leading the shots 19-16. A lot of what I'm seeing is a little bit back and forth. Flyers are having a little bit of offensive consistency here where they're I don't want to say owning the time of possession, but that second goal is definitely giving them the momentum here. Flyers right now staying pretty locked in the offensive zone here. Couple of nice shots there, but no real scoring chances, and now there's going to be a penalty. I can't see that. I think that was Noah Cates who's going to go. Oh, no, they didn't call that. I thought they were going to call a tripping on Noah Cates there. It looked like a clean trip. Guess not. Farabee dumps it in. Can't see who that is. Morgan Frost digging for it. So one thing the Flyers have been doing really well, too, in this has been winning puck battles here in the second period. It's leading to more offensive zone time, and they're getting some scoring chances because of it as that puck goes out of play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously sounds like they got the more juice in their legs here in the second period, as I said before, a period that they have been dominating in. And yeah, I mean, and with any squad with young pups on it too, that momentum, man, really gets the skates turning. And I guess that's what we're seeing here in the second period.
No, absolutely. And losing Ellis for Columbus, that's a bit of a heartbreaker because he could definitely keep him in the game a little bit better than Korpisalo, but it's not the same situation where if he was pulled. So that could be something that really drains momentum for Columbus moving forward is losing their starting goaltender to I'm speculating as a groin injury.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we saw there. That's what you described before. I mean, obviously, only giving up the second goal there in a tie game scenario, you would assume he's pulled due to injury and potentially a lower body injury at that. It gives a leg up, but I mean, certainly they're not thin in the goaltending position.
No, not at all. I mean, that's one of that's one of their positive aspects on this roster right now is their goaltending. As Tony DeAngelo just had a really good opportunity there. A good kick save there by Korpisalo.
Tony
Okay,
D,
so
been playing, I mean, just
this is a drop a few. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna finish? What you were gonna say?
no. I'm speaking nonsense. Go
What
for
were you
it.
gonna say, Rob?
I'm going to say that your delay needs
We're
to go
probably about
away
to drop a couple of IQ
because it's
points
pissing me
because-
off. That's what.
Yeah, that's what the.
There is a delay, right? I'm not the only one imagining
I agree.
that. Okay,
I agree.
It's not
time
your
to upgrade,
fault.
man.
I've noticed it too. I was gonna say we're gonna drop a few IQ points here in a minute because the live chat is just the chat. That's what we've been using this whole time. So, so we were already.
No one ever said we were the brightest.
We were already testing it.
There's so many things I could say right now, and all of them will get you to hate me. So I'm just gonna shut up.
We've been doing this for 7 years together. I don't know how much you could say that would make anybody of us three hate each other.
Fair point.
I mean,
it's all right. Benny just called me Leia
on the show every now and again, but
I mean, I would say I love you too, Benny, but you've been slacking on your attendance lately. I mean, I still love you, but
me.
No, not you. Well, I mean, you too, but I'm talking about Benny.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Ted was asking what jersey I've got on. No, it is not an Ovi one. This is a Yager for when he played for them back in the day. No, not till he retires. I'm not going to get a active player. I think I'll do it when he retires. Honestly. Let's see here.
Life events, Benny. I hope they're all positive, brother. I hope they're all good life events for you, my friend.
Yeah, life events. Plenty of life events right now going on. Like the Blue Jackets trying to get something going here in the Flyers zone. Shot from the point. Away.
We were here last week, Ted.
I wasn't.
Maddie wasn't.
I wasn't because I had a test I had to do.
How'd you do?
I did pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I think I got an 80 on the dot. So, in a science one, I will absolutely take.
What would you say? Biology? Yeah. Although I was always good at biology.
Oh, well then I should have paid you to tutor me.
Bro, do you know the last time I took biology?
I was never good at bio. Always good at anatomy, though.
I was actually on the.
Oh, I'm sure you were. I think I got it, but I think that one went over Maddie's head. I didn't get good at anatomy.
No. I got that one.
23 years old.
Remember, I'm on the delay, so because of that, I had to react late to it.
Yeah, sure you did. Nice. Likely.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Nice little push
I
there
see what this
Columbus
is.
End of period.
Speaking of this,
you can get the
nice,
live
bro.
comments over
this
here.
Is cool. Look at this green
hole underneath.
Well, I don't know about God there, Bruno, but you're pretty damn good.
Okay, yeah, definitely gonna have to show me how to do this trick. Nice. I like this. Brodo throws out the very humble "I am God." Nice comment there from Mr. Brodo. He said he will teach me
Just like
his
Russell
ways.
Hammond.
Thank you, Brodo. I appreciate
it. Rob, I like where your head's at tonight.
I did. Who out there got that?
I got it. Listen, hey, I like where your head's at tonight. I love it. Keep it up.
You sound terrific right now. We got
Aiden Zuckier. What's up?
Aiden, what's up? Or is it Zuckier? Is it the French pronunciation? Feel free to let us know.
I did share this in some NHL groups, so
either way, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah. So far, yeah. What's up, brother? What's going on, Tom? But so far now it's the end of the second period. It is a 2-2 tie. Yeah, Tom put it best. Flyers in a dogfight right now. And right now, as it stands, though, Flyers are up to the task. They handled that second period, like you guys were saying. Very strong period from the Flyers so far this season. They got 2 goals, and they held firm at the push from Columbus later on in that period. And there you have it. So third period, 2-2 tie, and even playing field for the next 20 coming up. So hopefully the Flyers the scales in their favor and get themselves, hopefully, the W tonight. Get themselves a couple of points, even out this season series against the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean,
All right.
I don't know if you guys saw this in the first period, but realistically, this should be a 2-1 Flyers lead right now. And unfortunately, puck took a awkward bounce off of Justin Braun and went up in the back of the net. I think that was the first goal of the night for Columbus. So some bounces have gone Columbus's way, but early on, I should say now, like since the Flyers, tied it up at 2, you see a little bit more bounce in their step. I mean, there are certain guys I want to see a little bit more from. Morgan Frost right now is on my list of, you got to get your ass in gear. Like, let's get going. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And we still got 20 minutes left.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, I'm here.
Yes.
I don't know what I did, but I must have did it right.
Well, Brodo's here, so I think that helped things.
Yeah, I didn't give up, guys. I didn't give up. I'm very stubborn like that. So
I would have eventually given up.
It's the hockey player in you.
I've been listening. By the way, if you're wondering about what's his name, Columbus's line A, he has a sprained ankle, so that's why he's not in.
Yeah, we went over that. Did you see any updates at all from? Did you get a notification at all on what happened with Mers Lincolns? Because he went out after he got scored on the first time.
No,
or second time actually.
No, they haven't. Nobody said anything about that, so I don't know what the deal is with him. But this is a big game for the Flyers. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in here. They really need to win this game because you know what. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're for the most part. And you don't want this to continue. This is a team, Columbus, right now. They lost Werenski. They don't have line A. They're eminently beatable, and the Flyers have to find a way here. Even if they go to overtime shootout, they got to get the W here, get some momentum, and get themselves back running again. Because you know what, a three-game losing streak for a young team like this can quickly become 6 or 7. And you just don't want that. You guys have been hanging around.
No, you're right.
Around. Have done a real. It's time for you to, to end this and start and get back on an even keel again.
Yeah, and that can happen. Young teams, they can be that way where they'll take losses and take consistent losses in a row, real personally, real badly, and you really gotta nip those in the bud as quickly as possible and get them back on the winning track very, very quickly. Or, in other words, like you said, it can spiral out of control. Before we continue forward, though, first period brought to you by Dr. Paul. Actually, not Dr. Paul Vidal, eXp Realty. I clicked on the wrong one, but Dr. Paul Vidal. Still check him out. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, or you're looking for a change of career or brokerage, contact Alan Foy at eXp Realty LLC. Big change in life when you're doing that. If you're looking to move out or you're looking to get things going, you got a good credit score and everything like that, and you want to make things happen, you want to do it right. So go to Alan Foy. Make sure it is done right, because last thing you want to do is screw up. That's the last thing you want to do is find yourself in a money pit. Last thing.
Where'd Brad go? We just got him.
Hold on, let me see.
Mud on me.
There I am.
No, it's good. Hey, Chicken Charlie.
What? I'm not going to do that again. I turned on my I tried to turn on my TV with my remote control, and somehow it snapped. It snapped me off the board. I don't know why one thing would have anything to do with the other, but you know what? I'm not going to mess with it. No TV, and I'll deal with it.
Sounds like a universal remote.
Right.
Going down tonight.
Didn't have anything. What?
Yeah, Rob's right. Some weird shit's happening there.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm really sorry about all this. I don't get it at all. But whatever. At least I'm back on. Whatever happened, it was resolved, and I kept going. So we're back.
Right. So Benny's Nation saying, can we call it a day on the Morgan Frost experience? How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about Morgan Frost? You know, he hasn't really been doing anything since getting more of an opportunity here.
100% agree with Benny. You got to call it a day, man. I mean, the giveaways have been atrocious, and he's not the only one on this team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the one thing that I've noticed about him tonight, and this is why he's kind of in my doghouse, is where's the sense of urgency tonight? Where's the sense of urgency the night before? My big thing with Morgan Frost right now is he's just out there coasting. I'm over watching that. Trade him, get something for him, because you can definitely still get something of value for him because he's still young enough to turn it around. And plug somebody else in there, somebody else who wants it, somebody else who's hungry. Whether it be somebody via trade or whether it be somebody you bring up from the AHL that you think is ready to go. Don't matter to me. Anybody right now is going to be better than Morgan Frost.
Right. And then the thing is, too, is like Morgan, you know, he's had his opportunities to, you know, make his statement and take his place on the team. Compare him to, say, like Noah Cates, who has less experience than him, and look at what he's doing. Now, yes, is he playing on a line with Owen Tippett, and Owen Tippett is really helping him? Yeah, but Noah has a lot of talent as well, and he's showing it. He's taking his opportunity, he's making the most of it. It seems like Morgan hasn't really been doing that. He hasn't been making the most of his opportunities here. And like Bryce said, like, okay, you want to make the most of your opportunities, we'll move on to the next guy and see who wants that opportunity more, you know?
Can you guys put him on waivers, or can you guys send him down, or does he have to go through waivers?
I think he can be put down. I don't think he's on a one-way. I think he is on a two-way deal.
I think you guys just need to send him down and let him get his confidence back. I mean
they've been doing that the last couple of years.
Well, you know what? Sometimes, I mean, look, Brian Callahan, when the Rangers first brought him up, it took him 2 or 3 times of getting sent down to the minors before he finally stuck, and he had a heck of a career. You know, maybe he just needs, it's a confidence thing, you know? He just needs to go back down, dominate for a little bit, and then come back up and have a little bit more confidence. You know, I mean, a lot of these young players have the talent to do this. It's all in their minds. You know, when their minds start playing tricks on them, you know, they don't play good smart hockey, and maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say give it another. I'm over it. You know, this we've done it 2 or 3 times with this kid, and he still doesn't seem to be getting at the NHL level. You know, just get something for him while you can, because I feel like at some point the value for him is going to be gone, because the NHL teams see it. By the way, they're showing highlights for the Devils and the Canadians. Pat Verbeek is at that game tonight.
Ah, interesting.
Speculate. Jack Hughes. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I like Montreal's uniforms, by the way. They're pretty nice, right?
It's basically sort of an homage to the Nordiques, really, with the color scheme that they have going on.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
I mean, I think it's a classy. I don't mind it. I think it's a classy thing to do. You know, pay homage to your former rivals that are no longer around or now in Colorado. So yeah, I don't mind that. I like that.
The one thing I will say, and I know y'all gonna hate me for it, the Penguins jerseys, their road jerseys this year, the old one, where they kind of go back a little vintage. Love it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I hate the Penguins, but I got to admit, they've had some great jerseys in their history. I mean, they really have. Whoever has designed their jerseys, for the most part, has gotten it right. The only time I ever thought they really screwed up was when they went to that muted gold color, that actual gold color. I always thought that looked stupid. It's like, wow, it's piss yellow. Or it's piss gold. Nice.
I'm going to feed into Brodo
so,
a little bit here.
Gents. So Brodo's going to show us a couple things there. But before that, Ted saying, how are the Ducks so bad? Brad, can you give us your analysis? So, Brad, go ahead and let Ted know. By the way, you're his only favorite Ranger fan. But he also wants to know.
Not sure why he's going to Brad on this one, but go ahead, Brad.
Brad, take it away on the Ducks.
I gotta be very okay. I've only seen the Ducks play once, and that was against the Rangers, and their defense looks terrible, and their goaltending doesn't look all that good either. If they've been playing like that all season, that's probably what's going on. They're just not defending. I think they're like one of the worst defensive teams in the league right now.
That's what you get, trashing my team. I'm just kidding. No, but Brad was pretty much right on the head on that one. The defense has been just piss poor all season long. I don't want to necessarily say that Gibson was a main issue, but he hasn't looked good, and a lot of that is because of the defense. Because Brad was pretty much on point. The PK's been terrible. They can't get off of the penalty kill without giving up a goal. The offense is fine. Offense is scoring goals. They just can't keep the puck out of their own net. They got, I think they're in the bottom 5 still of PK, shots allowed, and goals allowed. They got to shore up that back end, and they have to do it quickly before they can finish in dead last. I'll be happy with that because then that means Connor Bedard's coming to Anaheim. But if they want a chance to compete and get better and, somewhat dig themselves out of this hole, they have to make a move now. They have to make a change. It's not working.
So, Priz has given his take on what the injury was to Merzlikins. He might be on to something. He simply says he had to take a shit. So, and then followed up by Benny's Nation saying that Priz, with the way he was skating off the ice, I would say he already did.
Yeah.
Oh, R. Jackson.
Yeah.
Povey? Oh, Provy?
No, he's saying Povey like Provy.
Oh, okay. So, I see. So, Rob, how do you feel about that for a nickname?
I've been called Povey before, especially playing 35 and up hockey every Sunday morning. Yep.
All right, then.
Those are the days.
So, Povey. I mean, I'll probably still wind up calling you Pove because I've been calling you that for years. But
yeah, it's a hockey thing. But Pove, no, that's what everybody calls everybody in my family.
I mean, it could be like a guest that we had on to call you Pav.
How about Pover?
Pover's not bad. But yeah, you're not gonna correct Chris Pronger when he calls you by the wrong name. From there on, you're that guy. You're just
yep.
If he called me by the wrong name, I would have been like, well, okay, that's my legal name now. I got to go change it.
Yeah, if he called you Brian Dolly, then you're Brian Dolly from this point forward.
Mm-hmm. Shut up, Brodo.
Brianna. Oh, Brianna. Okay, so that's Brian's new nickname is Brianna.
Shut up, Brodo.
He's Brianna Daly from this point forward.
I get enough shit from Ted for calling me Jessica for some stupid reason. Oh, right. It's because you fucking started that shit too, Brodo. God damn you. For those
always
who can't
comes
see
back
it, it's
to
because
Brian.
he is in our private chat over here, and I see him.
Rob, so
You're
it is
not
written,
helping.
so let it be done. That is great.
Robbie, you are not helping.
There's so much righteousness going on that Brad couldn't handle it.
Shit. Now here we go. Well, it's been a good show, boys. I'll catch you all next week.
So Brianna's going to leave us. It seems.
I hate you all.
And Precious goes again. Oh no, this went off the rails well long ago.
Minute 2. Right after
Actually, that's a new record. Oh, all right. So let's see here.
Y'all would miss me if I left the show. I'm just saying.
We definitely would, Brianna. We absolutely would.
Eddie, I'm gonna come up. When I come up there, I'm gonna kick you in your throat.
Tyler Colette is saying, "You guys like the Flyers reverse retros this year? I thought they were ugly as sin. I hate those.
Oh, I disagree with you, Matthew.
I have hated both reverse retros. I hate them both. That's like, wow, freaking Adidas did us dirty. We should freaking sue the shit out of them. It's like, wow, you guys came up with nothing good for the Flowers. Well, 2 times you did this. That's my personal
I love it.
opinion.
I love
know
it. Like
Rob
I didn't like it. I didn't like this one at first. But then when I saw it on the ice and I'm not a big fan of the Cooperalls, which they brought back, which I don't know why that was the only team that did that. But
I don't think
when I saw the jerseys on the ice in the full gear, I really fell in love with it. Even more so than I fell in love with the last one.
Dylan's saying the Flames are bouncing back. But third period starts, still 2-2. But honestly, the only reason why the Flyers even did the Cooperalls is because back when the Cooperalls were legal for a team to wear, the Flyers were one of 2 teams that actually wore the Cooperalls. I don't know why, but for some stupid reason, they did that. I still look at some of those old shots and I still think, like, are you kidding me? Like, the Flyers really wore those things and played games in them? God, that's just a black stain in the history of the organization, but okay. So 2-2 right now. Flyers, Blue Jackets getting started up here. Dylan saying the Flames are bouncing back. Ted saying, Brian, you're the villain in the show. Embrace it. Oh, all right then, guys. Here's one for you. If villain of the show. So if Brian's the villain of the show, what villain is he? DC, Marvel, throw it out there. Anyone you want to choose. There, I am pulling off all restrictions. Have fun. Enjoy. Brian is the devil that wears Prada. Well done, Briz. Oh, let's see here. So
I know they ain't winning.
And send him to hashtag get fucked for Bedard. That's actually pretty funny.
There's quite a few names being listed off that is going to be available for Anaheim. Obviously, John Klingberg is numero uno on that list. But then, I'm hearing Shattenkirk's name get rumored now. They're going to start shopping him. I heard the Flyers are in talks with a bunch of teams right now. No player or anything has been discussed yet or mentioned, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, the Flyers right now could definitely use a move to try and bring some veteran leadership. It gives you focus. Makes you stronger. That's right, Brodo. It does make me stronger. Bobby, we'll see what happens. Flyers definitely need to bring in some veteran leadership. I wish I could show some of these comments that Brodo was making because this last one he wrote is just perfect. And
I'll finish
Eric
it by
McNichol,
saying this. Now, Ryan, fulfill your Yes.
Strike me down. Eric says, sounds like everyone needs Philly for their last leg.
Brad. Oh, there we go.
Well, listen. If it happens again, guys, I don't want to keep distracting you because that's not fair to the show.
Yeah,
Okay? So
I appreciate that, Brad. I don't know why it's having a. It is. This thing is not like you.
No. I'm not. I'm just getting knocked off. It's not the. It's not at all the timing out. It's the. I don't know if it's atmospheric conditions or whatever. I mean, sometimes you get that down here, but for whatever reason, it keeps knocking me out, and I don't. I for some reason I can't get in at all on my regular home computer. So I suspect. There's a firewall. First, there's a firewall, and it says I have to update my browser. I don't even know what a browser is, but I would assume I'd have to go to a store to do it, right?
No, the browser's just the web that you use. The basically whatever you use to go onto the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if it's asking you to update that, it's just like, hey, Brad, can you update your internet? That's kind of what it's asking, basically.
That might be the issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I might just have to take it into. There's a computer store where I work. I'll just take it over there and take a look at it.
Yeah,
I will say this. Tommy says use Google Chrome. That's probably your best bet.
Yeah,
it's not.
I will say though, I'm watching this on Facebook right now, and I gotta say this new setup's pretty good. As the Blackhawks, the Blackhawks. Wow, the Blue Jackets just took a 3-2 lead here early on in the third.
Balls.
Yeah. Boone Jenner. Great name. Oh my God, they just went up 4-2. What the fuck?
Quick succession. That's how this team can strike you.
Yeah,
and Philly's not a team that can battle back from that.
No,
they don't have the capabilities.
Yeah, you're right on that one, Rob. Leaving the cannon guy is surprised. He's standing there off to the side of the cannon like, oh shit, I didn't expect to fire this again so soon. Jesus.
Wow, that was bad defense in front of Hart there. Nobody there to clean the front of the house. So you got to get the little Robinson brother over there out of the way there.
Right. Brodo, I actually think I like the 3-4 guy setup. I like that one a little bit better. This one's a little weird with the big one on me. We don't need to emphasize me. There's no need for that.
Definitely.
Sorry, I already got enough power having my ability to control the back end. I don't need it anymore. Let's see here.
I mean,
Ted
good
saying,
for Eric Robinson too, scoring against his hometown team. But I don't know if he was a Flyers fan either.
I know that was very noble of me. I'll go get wax for my class later. Let's see here. You guys surprised Cam York is still in the AHL? I mean, a little bit. I know. A little bit and not, because I know one of the players that was highlighted is kind of being a little lackluster right now has been Rasmus Ristolainen. But that's the kind of guy, after you paid him the way you paid him, you don't necessarily send him down to the AHL. You could bench him, but you don't really send him down to the AHL. And the only reason I bring that up is because you could, if he was paid less, maybe you could send him down and then go bring up a Cam York and see if he would be able to have a more permanent fixture on the team. Oh, and the Flyers did strike back. Okay.
That's mud in my eye.
You called him out, though, Rob.
I'll take that mud.
Take that every day, yeah. And who's the lucky guy who gets that goal against the Flyers back in this game?
Frosty.
Is it Frost? It was. Oh,
You talk shit about a player and he scores. How about that, Benny? Huh?
there you
But
go.
it proves his point, though. It's like without an adequate replacement, you're probably maybe you are best left to either stick with him or, to Brian's point, see what you could get for him in trade.
Right.
I mean, I will say on that play there, it was very good puck movement, very good pressure. You know, it's still a lot of time left. 2 goals is not much in the NHL anymore. Yeah, no, that was Sealer. Sealer got that goal. But anyway, to my point, good puck movement, good pressure. It's going to lead to goals, and you still got 15 minutes to get the tying goal.
Absolutely. So not putting yourself right back into this game. That's some great intestinal fortitude there from the Flyers right there. And Henry. Oh, sure. Go ahead, Rob.
That's my bad. Sorry about that. I was just going to say to your point, Sealer gets credit, Maddie, but obviously Frost had something to do with the play that you were describing, being in a good situation. That's all I'm asking for. You know what I mean? Contribute. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the goal scorer.
1,000% on point there, Robbie.
And bro saying, do you guys see what Tortorella said after the first period? I was, yeah.
This man. It's been one of many great sound bites this week, or this past not calendar week, but dating back over the weekend from Torts. I never thought I'd fall in love with this guy, and I'm absolutely fucking. I would have John Tortorella as a kid. This is a
part of the reason why you bring him in.
I was so wrong. He just the way he describes the game, and he's just no nonsense. Doesn't take shit from reporters. I kind of like it. You hate it when you're on the other side, But now that he's getting our guys back and defending their energy and what they're bringing to the locker room, it's like, oh man, you want to go to war for a guy like this?
Right. We got 4-on-4.
Yes, it's a big opportunity here. Big opportunity here for the Flyers.
Here. And the Flyers won the draw, too, which is another big thing, of course, that the Flyers were needing to work on, was getting those face-offs. Let's see here. Ted, no, we did not tie it again, but we are only down by 1 with a lot of time left. So, hopefully.
Frost with the primary assist, secondary assist from Joel Farabee, a guy that I'm looking to see a little more from. We'll get into that in the shootout.
Absolutely. But to what you were saying, Rob, too.
Well done, Brodo. Sponsored by no one. Actually, it's a shame that we don't have. Well, if we had certain other sponsors, it would have been perfect for that. But oh well.
But to Rob's point, it's the little things like that.
Navy like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on.
Oh my! Oh my! For those of you that don't understand that reference, go watch the movie Junior. It'll really freak you out. It freaked me out. But
so Robert,
Rob's
you going
point earlier.
Okay, I'll stop. I won't build off of it, Brian. Go ahead. Go. You gotta get back to hockey at some point.
Confidence, yes. We know this. This is why. Anyway, to Rob's point, plays like that can absolutely get a kid's confidence going, and you just see a turnaround, and point streaks, they happen based off of hard work and plays like that wind up, you just get an assist on, and next thing you know, you're 6 games in and you've got 6 points in 5 games. So it's all about playing confident hockey, and I just don't think Frosty's been playing that. And I think getting an assist here, especially for working as hard as he did on that offensive play, it's going to lead to good things for him. Hopefully.
Very, very much hopefully.
Praise Jesus. Wait, where's Tommy? We need an HED prayer session. Nobody's done that in a while.
We'll see. We'll see if he's here. We'll see if he's able to give a sermon on the mound here. Dylan's saying Flyers are taking calls on their players that were reported today. Really? Well, that definitely would be something that would set me off.
Yeah, I saw that report earlier.
Yeah. I could understand why Torts was pissed.
Well, I mean, if you watch the first period, you can completely understand why he was pissed. Like he said, they sucked in that first period.
Right.
There was no forecheck whatsoever. And now they're starting to get on the forecheck, and now they're getting scoring opportunities, and they're starting to maintain offensive possession.
I know we trashed the upper brass, but this is actually a smart move. It's kind of why I said that this team would go on an early hot streak, be one of the better teams in the NHL, only to take a nosedive in November. This is a brutal schedule, a lot of games on the road, few back-to-backs, the most volume of games they play in a month, in a calendar month, all season long. So right now you could build off players that have produced early to still rebuild this team, because you're going to start, as we've been seeing, more L's popping up in that column.
Yeah. And the expectation for this year, at least for me, when W's and L's don't matter. What you need to see is what you're seeing every night, almost every night, has been effort. Guys competing, scoring goals. If you get the W, you get the W. Playing good defense in front of Hart. None of that matters. It's building a good foundation for these players to succeed. And if the players succeed, fans are happy. That's all. Right. That's all the fans want. They just want to see good hockey.
Brian, you're exactly right. We heard it after the Dallas game, I believe, and also after the Columbus game last week, in terms of the losses being described as lopsided or, like blown out. Such verbiage being thrown, some boo birds coming out in the Wells Fargo Center. And Torts goes, I don't see it as lopsided at all, because he's not looking at the scoreboard at all. He's looking at the effort and the guys that are trying, and he's not seeing any guys that aren't. And that's the important thing when you're trying to rebuild something. He just has the exact right mindset.
No, absolutely. I saw that quote, and I sat there and I'm like, that's a great quote. That's what this season specifically is all about. That's what you want from this team. You want the effort. When's it going to come? You put the effort out there, you score goals, you protect your goaltender, you support them, you play physical game, you transition well, you do the little things right like they have been doing. Yeah, you're going to have games where you're going to get blown out, but as long as the effort's there, the losses aren't going to matter, because that's something you're going to still be able to build off of. If you're not putting the effort out there, what are you going to build off of? You saw it last year, to Henry's point here. Last year was sad. There was no effort. They built off of nothing last year. And this year, it's a whole different team.
Right.
Regardless of the result against Ottawa and the result against Dallas in the last two games.
Yeah. I mean, Chris said it, and Henry Ford here said it. It's all about effort, and it's all we care about. Last year was just sad. Yeah, and it was. Last year was bad, like you were talking about, Brian. That's what you were addressing, and it's true. And he also goes on to say that he's been a season ticket holder. Being a season ticket holder last year, it hurt to go to the games. Yeah, I could understand why. I mean, and that's sorry that you got season tickets on that one. That's
Henry, I was there in 2006, brother. I know exactly what you went through.
Yeah, that's a rough go of it. That was always my fear. If I ever got on the season ticket list, it's like, yeah, you know what? My luck would be the same, isn't it?
Flyers on the power play.
Yep, Flyers got the power play, and they score. There we go, baby. Travis Konechny. TK coming through big time, and now we are all knotted up once again. So, Ted, to respond to your comment earlier, did we tie it again? Yes, we did. And
who said that was game? I saw a comment. Who said that was game after the fourth goal that Columbus scored?
I don't know. I didn't see that one, actually, to be honest with you.
I'm just going to throw this stat out there. I'm just throw this stat out there. Flyers are tied for second in the league for most come from behind wins this year. Just saying.
That's true. That's true.
This could be. They're tied for second with 5. This could be 6.
I mean, the way they had been playing though recently, it was a. Okay, Brodo found him.
Thanks, Bredo.
It was Pris. Although Pris did admit it. Pris did admit that he said it was him.
I raised my hand too with you, Priz. This team isn't built to come back. They're not that offensive heavy, but they're showing resiliency. And to Brian's point, that ability to come back too.
Yeah, and that's the important part, is resilience. You're going to have games where, and to your point, yeah, they're not necessarily
power
built.
Play goal too. Power fucking play goal. Let's go. Let's go.
To Rob's point, yeah, they're not necessarily built for that yet.
Let's go. TK pulling through. Finally, he's on his game. But I will say this: one of the things that I think to somewhat defend, Dylan did say Lane is made of glass. I could agree with that. But but more importantly, to go kind of on what Priz and what Rob were thinking in their line of thinking, and I kind of understand where they were coming from. The way the Flyers have played these last 2 games kind of seemed like they were coming down to earth and that they were starting to trail off a little bit and that the wheels were starting to fall off. So I kind of get where that vibe was of, all right, this is the letdown. It was coming. We knew it was coming, and it's here to go for.
I will say this, though, Maddie, real quick. The one thing that's turned around really well, besides you made a small alluded point to improving at the faceoff circle, they've also been limiting more shots on goal, blocking even more shots, and actually winning the shot on goal battle as they are tonight, 30-23. So maybe I was too hasty. I think I was too hasty in terms of what this team can and cannot do at this point.
I mean, hey, oh my God, did they just? Oh, I thought they scored for a second. Provi acted like he scored.
I mean, I will say this, Rob. To your point, like the expectations for this team to me, there's still some question marks here for this. So to really sit there and say that this team is resilient now is honestly really, really good, because going into this season, the expectations for this team were so low. So to see what they're doing now, it's incredibly encouraging. Brian Miller tied up 4-4 with 8:32 left in the third.
Yep. Yeah, so far so good. Flyers came back and tied it up twice. And thanks for rejoining us, Bri.
Yeah, for those who are just joining us for the first time, Henry, Brian, all you guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, boys. Let's go. We're here every Tuesday night. Oh, God, what's the record? Oh, I have the standings right here.
Hold on. Let me pull that up.
Hang on, I got it. 7-6-2.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I forgot I had it up in the background.
Mediocre record, but you know what? That's okay. It's still early, so it's one of those things. And they have been doing a lot of good come from behind relentlessness, so it's okay. You can kind of accept that and say, all right, they're playing the way they should play. That's the important. And say about Lane, I'll still trade for him. Fuck it. I remember he was big on that. We were very big on the Lane situation when it seemed like Flyers were in on him. It seemed like it. It did not happen, of course. Let's see here. And Henry saying, expectations for this team this year starting was way low. And that's true. Dylan saying, how about Adam Ruzicka showing up the Flames? Dude has been in the doghouse for too long and looking impressive on the line with Lindholm and Toffoli. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you put some kids on lines, and sometimes you put them with some good veterans. Lindholm being 2 of them. Sometimes you get good at that. Sometimes you need that leadership there.
I love it,
up, Johnny?
Henry. I got to admit, the ESPN coverage I think has been better than ESPN sports, but to each your own.
Yeah, I mean, I like some of the camera angles. My favorite angle has always been, especially when they do it on the power play, is the angle from the end zone where you're looking down on the goalie and you're seeing the power play just kind of develop from there. Brian wants to know from us how we feel about last night regarding the football
Flyers,
game.
Ducks. No.
Yeah, like 20-33.
Who?
Real quick for Brian, I just want to say this real quick. I think there were some bad calls in there, but ultimately that defense needs to step up and make the plays. I don't think they made the plays last night that they needed to make. They spent too much time on the field, and to me, that's what it came down to. I'm not going to blame the refs for that. Ultimately, Eagles still have to come out and make plays. And Berta says it fucking sucked.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah, that was the best thing that could have happened for your football organization last night, taking that L. You get that out of the way. I think A.J. Brown had some quotes about that, and I think it was spot on. You know what I mean? Now you don't even worry about that now. Now you just play football, and it's a really good team.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
So, John was saying, "What's up, you handsome motherfuckers? What's up, John? What's going on, brother?"
Johnny, my boy.
Sexy motherfuckers.
And then he's out. Let's see here. Henry saying Zach is easy, my favorite Flyer at the moment. Even when he sucks, he's going in every game.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm still here. Prince knows where I'm at.
I will say to Henry's comment though, like that's what makes Zach McEwen such a fan favorite, and why it's why people love him. He gives you that effort. He gives 110% every single time he's on the ice. And for those of you who don't know the 110% reference, check the Ken Shamrock interview that we did over the summer. Definitely check it out.
110%.
That was that was almost 2 years ago now, wasn't it?
Right.
You gotta give it 110%.
Around the same time we interviewed Pronger.
That was.
That was a fun
feel like
show.
that long ago. Pronger was almost 3 years
ago. I know,
ago,
right?
Though.
It seemed like only yesterday. I know. It's crazy, right? Crazy to think about that. Zach just flies out of nowhere. Sometimes it's crazy. Yeah, that's true. And let's see here. Ted saying,
Prism, don't do that.
Chris saying,
don't
if the Flyers come back, I'll send my grandma to Philly to give you all gumdrops to celebrate since I was so quick on giving up on the Flyers in the game. My apologies.
Wait, I'm not in Philly. I don't have to worry about that. Yes. Enjoy, boys.
Yeah, but he also knows where you live still. He'll send, after she's done up here, she'll just send her. She'll send you. She'll send
I have to remind him every other day where I am.
Well, he doesn't know exactly where we are, but he'll figure it out. Prism will figure this out. He will. There is no links he won't go to make sure we get gum jobs. There is no link.
I'm good. I'd rather not. Just grandma gum job tour. Gross.
Prism tour. Oh man, I would have had a band because I would absolutely name that the tour. Well, let's see here.
No, my sex drive has been killed for the rest of my life. You don't have my new one.
Well, sorry. It's just to make.
You don't know my new address.
I have some addresses from sending y'all cards. That's why, because he did send me some nice Sharks and Flyers cards. Once again, thank you for that, Chris. Let's see.
What did Rob say? Oh, he's laughing at me.
Ted secretly be after losses because of Bedard asking for a friend.
Yeah, you don't have to ask
John
for
saying,
ask
does
for yourself
Manscaped still
because
sponsor
I'll give you the answer.
Son's granny.
I'm already there. Manscaped, baby. Oh wait, can I still drop that name?
And Chris is saying they'll just forward the gum job.
Ew, gross. Oh, okay,
They'll
I've had
say
enough.
for
I'm
the-
going back to these comments. Ted wants to know when the Devils
And
got
we're
so
saying
good.
fleshlights for Christmas.
Whoa!
You quote Vince
Kinda
Vaughn
out of
when
nowhere,
I'm away
but
from
honestly,
the
they've
camera.
been work-
Damn it.
Well, hold on. Dylan's saying for the Flyers versus Flames, where should I get seats? Behind Hart for 40 men, the Flames bench. I'll say behind the Flames bench because since the Flyers are more feistier than they've been in the past. Well, no. You know what? Actually, behind Hart, because of how feisty the Flyers are, you'll probably hear some really funny fucking comments. So I would absolutely do that just to hear the chirping. That's what I would do. Bro, say Brian, I will banish you to the gulag.
So the answer to my question is no. That's all you had to say.
So no gulag for Mr. Daly, at least not today.
Yeah, well, check on me next week. Okay, that's all you had to say, Bredo. You just had to say no. Just relax.
This is hilarious. The private chat is just freaking hilarious right now.
Okay, I got it.
Oh my.
Jesus.
We got
I miss the days when Bredo used to produce with us and give me hell like he is right now.
right. The blast from the past.
God
We have
damn.
retro reverse jerseys going on this season. We have a retro reverse show.
Jesus Christ.
It's a E
God,
for
I just asked a
Lecco. E for Lecco saying, "Let's go Philly." What's up, brother? Welcome.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't.
He says, "Bold prediction: Flyers surprise everyone." And hold on, I lost it for a second. Let me bring that back up. It says, "Bold prediction: Flyers surprise everyone and make it to either the Cup Finals or the championship round." Bro, if that happened, holy shit! I don't know how I would be able to take that, to be honest with you. I'd feel like this is amazing, but also Bedard, fuck. I would literally be kind of like that, to be honest with you. Let's see here.
No, Henry, it's usually every Tuesday if there's a game.
Yeah. We usually do that for the Tuesday. Tuesday nights is our weekly. And if they do not have a live stream, then we usually talk about the Flyers and their last matchups that we just saw. And we also do some fun stuff as well during the off season or the All-Star break or what have you. We'll probably have to go over those retro reverse jerseys. Maybe play a little burn it or wear it when the time comes.
And then the other reason, Henry, is we have a bunch of other shows throughout the week too. So we try not to, obviously hog the stream, but we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about and all that stuff. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, brother. You put the notifications on, you'll never miss us.
Yeah. We'll update
Thank you,
on the
Dylan. Wish
Fly
that
guys,
we
too.
would.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dylan saying he wished that we streamed every game. Well, thank you, Dylan. Nice. Like I said, for real. Oh, okay, brother. You got that confidence in us. I love that. And saying in 2 weeks. We'll be doing a live script reading for the Mighty Ducks 7. Obviously, Brian's the lead. He's got to be the Charlie Conway or the Gordon Bombay. It's one of the two. So,
You're my hairline? Probably more like Lester Averman.
at least you, okay. At least you crack. At least you do good wisecracks. By the way, I recently rewatched them again. Oh man, still, I love D1, but still D2 still has my heart. I still love that one so much more.
Real quick. Shout out to EE for Lico. Yo, appreciate your sub, brother. Appreciate your kind words. We're here every Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, brother. We always appreciate the support around here. And yeah, let's hopefully the Flyers can win this. If you join in tonight, let's do this for you. Come on, let's get this W, boys. Right now it's 2:55 in the third period from where I sit. Still 4-4. It's been a lot of back and forth craziness. Some opportunities for the Blue Jackets, some golden opportunities for the Flyers. Unfortunately, nothing has scored yet, though. That's the unfortunate side. Let's see here. Flyers, though, are on the attack right now, so let's see if they can do something with this. And no. Corpus Alice says, fuck you. Okay. This looks like my grandma. She ought to win. I'm sure she does.
Nuts.
Yeah, the YouTube chat is out of hand right now. I fucking love you fucking animals. Keep it going.
All he is.
Keep
all
it
he
fucking
is.
going.
They were, man.
For Christmas.
They are just
I love
tearing.
it.
Right?
Fleshlights for Christmas. Let's go. Let's get it
Oh
trending.
my god. So far, comment of the night right there.
Who even said that? That was Henry who said that too, wasn't it?
That was Henry. He's already fitting into the fam perfectly. Let's see here. Hey, he's also saying, I'm just looking for 1 point tonight. I'll take an OT loss. Ah, come on, brother. Let's get the 2. Let's get both. No more no losses.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, let's not lose this one. We're always sure. Let's end that now.
He also goes on to say that he's just praying for Cam to get back on the ice. I'm with you on that. Cam Atkinson is definitely missed.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Just extends that top 6.
So let's see
brings
here.
that veteran leadership to the ice. You know what I mean? Another guy that can score you like 20 to 25 goals a season. Holy
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be a great thing. Yeah, it definitely want to just be positives. Unfortunately, we would also love to get Coots back, but you can't have everything in this world now, can you? Let's see. Henry's saying selling a gently loved fleshlight bidding starts at $1. Just $1. Oh, okay.
You can keep it. Gently used. Gently loved, sorry.
Gently used. I do love how he said gently used, not slightly used. That was a very nice little touch there.
I know we got two minutes and change here. I'm trying to find out.
My wife told me to go.
Oh, okay. Good catch there, Pove. I missed that.
All good. That's why they keep me around.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Big bucks.
And I believe while I was reading the chat, you guys were addressing another comment asking where they should sit. Look at what end of the ice. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for Dylan.
Right.
Dylan's
Oh, for
yeah,
Dylan. Right. No matter where you sit, you gotta look for this broad. It's local Philly CEO Mark Brownstein. His daughter's like in her 20s now, and fucking, she's like a hotter version of Emily Ratajkowski. She's fucking phenomenal. So wherever you sit, make sure you look around. Molly Rose, you'll thank me later.
Interesting.
That's a shame because she's absolutely gorgeous. Wow, what a save by Hart.
Yeah, I know. Hart has been fucking crushing it right now. Thank God.
I mean, that was a game-saving save right there.
It was. That was a scary shot, and he was screened too. So it's just like Jesus. He was blind looking at that damn thing.
Ooh.
That save too, right there. Ooh. My God, Hart has just. Yes, Henry. Hart has been incredible. Hey, we got Anthony. We got Antimeo saying Hart is making great saves tonight. What's up, Ant? Haven't seen you in a minute.
What's up, Ant? Hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah,
flashing the leather there.
Definitely.
Huge save.
He's been strong with the glove hand. We saw that over the weekend against Ottawa.
Yeah.
True. You are right.
This delay is crossing you two up big time.
It is. And we don't normally get that way, but it's like, damn, man.
I'm just trying to get quick jabs when I can and stay and shut the fuck up otherwise.
It's like Rocky 4 when, or, no, Rocky 3 when he's fighting Clubber Lang. Just stick and move.
Yeah, Henry says all the hate he gets is so undeserving. I agree. I mean, people need to realize like he's not gonna. Is he franchise goalie? Yes, but he's not changing the game. He's not doing anything like that. But he's still like 23-ish, 24-ish year old goaltender who had no defense in front of him last year, so that didn't help. And he still has some developing to do. He's still a young goalie. He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna still have a little bit of growing pains. But from this point on, this is really you're gonna see what kind of goalie that he truly is, and if he can be that franchise goalie that everybody expects him to be, which I think he can. This is where he's gonna really start entering his prime.
I mean, coming into this game, Brian, I mean, you got to say that he's proven it this year. He's absolutely proven it this year. Took, his first 2 L's of the season of recent, but 218 goals against and a .937 save percentage. I'll take that any day of the week.
Absolutely. And dude, that's the stats of a goalie, a franchise goalie. And we're going to overtime.
Right. And I mean, honestly, we are going to OT. Blue Jackets really did a great job of collapsing in on Korpisalo because the Flyers were trying to find something there because they got a turnover to go their way at the last minute there, but they had nothing to shoot at because the Blue Jackets collapsed in on Cork. But I will say the thing about Hart, we talk about why the Flyers are able to win some of the games that they're able to win against teams they probably shouldn't be beating this year and why the Flyers have had such a great start. Hart. It's as simple as that. That is the major reason why. Yes, the Flyers have a relentless attitude. That's great and all. But have they lost? Yes, they have. There have been moments where they've had some brain farts in the defensive zone and some bad turnovers here and there, but you know what? Hart has managed to bail them out so many times. He's the major reason why this team is enjoying right now.
Love and hate overtime.
Let's see here.
Overtime. That's why I always stick in my head. So I was sharing that.
Well, who was that? Was that Jim Houston in the NHL game? Did you see that? We knew we got to be back. Now we're heading to overtime.
I think so.
I think it was Jim Houston, but
yeah, I think so actually. Person saying, "Let's go, Flyboys, get that gun." And then Henry saying, "I mean, shit, look at the shot. Hart kept out double what the Flyers shot on goal. Absolutely, yes, he did."
Shit, Priz, you got some gummies,
right,
man.
So 4 on 4. Yeah.
Whew, all right. Oh, bro. Yeah, bro, gummy bears.
That's exactly what we were talking about. And let's see here. So for OT time. Oh. Come on, boys.
No, you want some?
Flyers
no?
coming
Okay.
in. No, Blue Jackets have it actually. A little busy watching this overtime. Oh,
No worries.
Hart.
Henry says I'll be discussing with the Flyers if they don't keep him or spend resources to make him out. I think they got the resources to make him better now, especially with Tortorella and the way he likes to run a defensive system. I think that he just absolutely needs to make sure that he's got guys in front of him. That's all. They can't treat him like they treated Sergei Bobrovsky because that came back to bite him so hard in the ass. Give Hart the time. Give Hart the opportunity.
Yes, and ironically, won Vezina trophies with the Blues.
Back when Columbus was relevant. I shouldn't say that. They were relevant a couple years ago. Oh, good
Flyers
move by
are-
Hayes.
Yeah, Flyers in Columbus' zone trying to set something up. Although the Blue Jackets are doing a decent job keeping them hemmed in, unfortunately.
And that's why I like
One thing I got to give the Blue Jackets
Kevin
credit for.
Hayes.
They
You know,
are
you take
really
it by
doing
yourself.
a good job. Right.
I got you
Yeah,
both
I
on
gotta give-
that. I heard both of you because of the delay. That was awesome.
Nice. I heard Maddie over me.
Man,
What else is new?
this delay, holy shit. Ted's like, OT, how we feeling? Hopeful? Anxious? Usual feelings you have when you have overtime? Robbie's
My
throwing
boys
out
are
the
actually
TK
starting up here in a
prediction.
minute.
Boy,
I like it.
you're saying tip it.
Go with the ginger. A ginger with the game winner. You got good odds. Actually, we got one less, though. The Wade Allison injury. Maybe we can discuss that a little bit after the game.
Yeah,
big
we'll
time.
definitely talk
We'll talk
about
about
that.
Henry for sure.
Yeah, all right. So Blue Jackets at the top now. They're going to try and come into the Flyers zone. They lost it. Nice. Good job there from the Flyers in the check. Shot. Ah, block. Come on. Back. Yeah, I like what they saw. Yeah, Hayes. One thing that Hayes does do, he does call some autos a lot. When he really doesn't like something, he will go back behind the blue line and that back up again.
That's what I like about the 3-on-3 is that, you know, you have the space to be able to do that. You know, you can't necessarily do that 5-on-5. You can do it 3-on-3. I think the defenders also allow you to do that because it lets them rest up as well. They don't have to really exert that energy like they would 5-on-5.
Right. Let's see here. Hayes got it. Oh, he tried to make a play. Blue Jackets saw it coming. Now they're going to come back the other way with a bit of 3-on-1 out. Oh, and they fucking buried it. Damn it. Yeah, that happened. So that can happen in 3-on-3. Are exciting and nerve-wracking, all rolled up into one. So tried to make a play. It looked like he was trying to go for a quick passing play to get to the wide open man. Unfortunately, it was not as wide open as he'd like it to be because the puck was half the way. Winds up being the Blue Jackets who get it off the boards. They race on down to the other end of the ice where Hart is. Hayes is the only guy who's back for defense because they were trying to set up the play. 3-on-1 opportunity. Nice little passing play from the Blue Jackets, and they get the puck by Hart to win in overtime. Flyers get a point out of this. Unfortunately, though, their losing streak continues. So that's
that looked like
I think they highlighted that.
That looked like a bit of a
goal.
Yeah, that looked like a slap pass that just got blocked. It just got deflected. It's just a bounce that went in Columbus's way. Great tic-tac play, passing play there by the Blue Jackets there, and really good, really good job of him just Gavrikov burying it. So
You haven't had a heart attack like that in a while, huh?
Woo! I might have to go change my pants. Wait, we have access to that stuff again?
Oh my god.
Nice.
Well, you know, Roto's here, so things happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it.
Damn it.
It's a disappointing loss. It's a disappointing loss, but unfortunately, Proto says he's in fucking tears. Unfortunate bounce on, you know, going Columbus's way, and you know, unfortunately, that's hockey. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it.
Well, they sound like they play hard. They
Right.
played a full 60.
Yeah, I mean, and the truth is that.
It's fucking delay.
Go ahead, Rob. Sorry about that delay.
60-plus minutes of hockey they played, you know what I mean? And a game that you would have seen them easily pack it in last year and get 0 points. I mean, I'm not really concerned about wins and losses. I'm not concerned about points. I'm with Torts. I'm concerned about effort. So getting that aspect of the 1 point, showing their effort, I'm happy with. Other than that, I don't care what your outlook is for a team. You always root for them to win. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get away from that. But I'll applaud the effort.
Right. And Dylan saying, boys got to keep their head up. Kevin Hayes still has a shaped head. But,
Kind of does.
you know, it is what it is. You know, sucks. Really, the Flyers, it's a shame that they were not able to finish it. But like I said before, 3-on-3s, they are a double-edged sword, just like, you know, sweeping a series. It's a double-edged sword. It can go your way in a very positive, against you in a very bad way. Tonight, it went a very bad way for the Flyers. So that's that. So 3-3 the final score between the Flyers and the Blue Jackets. That'll take care of
Wait, what was the score?
First period. 3-3. My bad. 5-4 Blue Jackets.
There you go.
See, I was so pumped after the Flyers scored and tied and came back up into this game. I lost track of the score. That's
Hey, the Ducks are one of the
because it
retros.
was a 3-1 overtime. It got me that too. See, at least the Ducks have good ones. Flyers don't. I fucking hate you, Adidas. I hope your fucking contract runs out, and I hope you never get the NHL jersey license again. You fucking suck at your job.
You know how many? I think more people like the new one than the other one. You might be
I'm
one of
in
the
that
few
boat.
people. Yeah, I think Maddie's one of the few people that I've actually talked to that said they don't like that jersey.
I took one look at it, and I'm like, okay, so what's the beauty of this? It's white with a black and solid black number and solid black and a solid white number on the striping and orange on the cuffs. Amazing. Beautiful. It looks like shit. It's like there's no orange half the time on the fucking jersey. I'm sorry, but orange on the cuffs bothers me. Secondly, on top of it, it's like, where's the outline on this fucking thing? Like, where's the outline for the fucking numbers? Where's the outline for the number on the fucking stripe? It's the solid white and black. What the fuck is that? That's so lazy. That is lazy fucking effort put out there.
I'll give you that with the piping on the lettering and the numbering. I'll definitely give you that. To me, though, it embodies what the original home Flyers jersey looked like a lot to me. You know, wearing the white at home before they made the changeover in the league, and in terms of the solid versus white home and road, and then you combine the orange on the cuff was similar to the all black jerseys. Didn't they have the orange on the cuff too? At the base right near the glove, if memory serves me correctly. I'd have to go check my Richie jersey, but I think it alludes to two different eras of Flyers hockey. So that's kind of why I like it, and it doesn't look like a candy corn like the original version did last year. But
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your point, Rob.
I mean, the piping, now that you bring that up, I do have a problem with that. So I'm a little less amped up on it than I was.
Yeah, and I'm with you on the piping. That's probably the only thing that I don't like about it. But Drop, to your point, because I'm building off of this big time. That's what a lot of these jerseys are this year. They're taking the more of a retro look and fitting it with something more modern. Like you see with Anaheim. This is their jersey, but they just put the new colors on them. You know, you see that with a lot of them. They went back to the Islanders and used the fishermen. The Rangers it's the Lady Liberty jerseys again. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Detroit just scored. Detroit just scored on a horrible play, but anyway, you're seeing a lot of these more retro jerseys come into play, and they're just putting the modern spin on them, and that's why I like the Flyers one. Could they use the orange piping around the letters and the numbers? Absolutely. I think that would make it pop a little bit, but I still love the jersey.
Call me crazy, but you know what I would have loved to have seen them do with those jerseys? I would have loved for them to actually do all black. I would have rather than go all black and do a white stripe, but go even further. Have piping that's orange along the stripe. Have an orange number with a black outline on the stripe itself.
I'd like that.
And then on the back of the jersey, the lettering. Yeah. On top of that, lettering on the back. No nameplate. We're not doing the black and white nameplate. The letters, orange around the letters with white is the letters, orange piping around the number with the number being white. To me, that's a good throwback to the black jerseys from the early 2000s and late 90s. And it can still be the current style right now, but I think that's an even better idea for reverse retro because it's like nice. That to me is more appealing. I would grab that in a heartbeat, honestly. And then I wouldn't care about the orange being on the cup so much. Sorry, Ryan.
Right. And to that point, the jersey that you're referencing, it didn't have the orange on the cup. It did have black again, but it had the orange piping, and it has the orange piping around the numbers. So what you described was sort of a blend of more emphasizing that early 2000s black jersey with almost a little bit what they're doing with the all black with the orange stripe at the elbow and at the base of the jersey that you see them wearing as part of the reverse retro movement last year. I kind of like that though, because I just love black jerseys. So I'm on board, Maddie.
Awesome.
So cool. Apparently that goal.
Maybe I need to send an application over to the NHL.
That goal scored by Detroit actually went off the face of Colton White, defenseman for the Anaheim Ducks. So that's kind of unfortunate. Not a way.
By the way,
but obviously you'll take what you can get.
Ted's mad at you, Brian.
I'm not worried about Ted. Why is he mad at me now?
Not Ted. I'm sorry, Prism. Prism's mad at you. The comment says, Sarah, you turned this show into Sex in the City, arguing about clothes. What the?
Well, when I find out whoever this Sarah chick he's talking about, I'll let her know.
That's right.
Come on, clear the fucking zone. Shut up, Brodo. Good, get Brodo out of here.
I mean, he was still needed.
I had enough of him.
But all right,
Good,
so let's go on to the second period here. Second period. You know he can't leave unless he leaves, right? I can't kick him out. You know that, right?
I'm not telling you to kick him out. I'm telling him to leave.
I know, but he's not going to leave because you said so. All right, so let's see here. We'll go to the second period here. Second period brought to you by All Campus OC. John Coyle runs a fantastic store down in Ocean City, New Jersey. So if you ever are on there and you want to get yourself some sports gear, for your team, they got actually a nice little deal going on. They're giving out 20% off of everything in their store, including hats, shirts, to all of our subscribers. And if you guys want to now head on down to OD. And also check out the Ramp booth. John has a fun show, and it's a good time. So come on, take a look at that and get yourself some nice gear if you're ever down in Ocean City. Okay. So all right, then. We go to the second period, which is Chris saying Brian, when you brush your teeth, you get.
It took me a second to realize what it was talking about. I think that's the sad part.
Oh, man. It's never ending here. That's what we love about the fan.
Speaking of fam, there's Emilio kind of chiming in here. I haven't heard from Emilio in a while.
He's saying you connect. We know we have a freaking lag between the three of us. It's really annoying the shit out of us.
I'm good on my end. I don't know about y'all two up there. I think it's more Maddie than anybody.
Actually, I was pausing that time because I wanted to wait for Rob's reaction because I know I'm trying to time this properly.
And then I give you nothing.
All right.
The one time. Go figure.
All right, let's talk a little Flyers Bruins.
Oh,
a little Flyers Bruins. I'm gonna go right into it.
Yes,
Maddie.
let's do the.
I'm gonna go right into it on you, just so you don't have to worry about it.
This is crazy. It hasn't been like this in a long time.
Boston will come in with an amazing 14-2-0 record on the young season, which is good for 28 points and first in the Atlantic. Meanwhile, the Flyers are now 7-6-3 with 17 points, good for fifth in the Metro. You look at Boston, top scorers, David Pastrnak. He leads the way for the Bruins. He's got 9 goals, 25 points to lead all forwards. Defenseman Hampus Lindholm has 17 points and an amazing 18 plus minus already on the season. Then you look at goal. Linus Ullmark is having an outstanding season with an 11-1 record, a 1.96 goals against, and a 9.36 save percentage. You know, bringing it back to the Flyers, we saw tonight TK contributing with a goal and an assist. That's 7 goals on the season and 18 points. Tony D, he continues to play fine hockey with 9 points, including 5 on the power play, including a power play goal, along with really bringing that physicality and hits, box shots, and even some fights. Now, you gotta love how much this team is fighting, boys. That's really been a strong element of the Flyers game, getting each other's back. Tony D, I think, has encouraged that a little bit, in my opinion. Finally, Hart, you know, he's been a step behind Ullmark, but not that far, despite getting his first 2 losses on the season. Now an overtime loss. He came into tonight with a 2.18 goals against and a 9.37 save percentage. Lastly, boys, I'll wrap it up. Special teams, Flyers, they're at 16% power play success rate, which is, again, bottom third of the league, 28th to be specific. Now, the penalty kill, which was 4th heading into the Ottawa game and over 80%, 4th in the league and over 80% before these last weekend's game, it slipped down to 18th now, and it's at 77.6%. And this is going to be a huge advantage for the Bruins. They're at 25.4% power play success rate. That's 7th in the league, and their penalty kill even better, 91.7 that is, and that's first. So for just to wrap up, boys, obviously the check mark goes to Boston here. The Flyers really need to stay out of the box and continue grinding on the power play if they stand a chance to win this game.
Damn, you covered it all.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob covered everything.
Did I? I did a little write-up. Obviously, I was reading there, but that's what I wrote earlier in terms of my breakdown of this game. And I figured it'd be easy just to, instead of conversating about it, just to spill the beans.
I'm all about it.
That is perfect. All right, so let's take a look here. Emilio, by the way, is saying, I've been in a friend's hospital recovering from watching this sink into the abyss. And then Benny's saying, so Brian is SJP, and SJP has a horse face, and a horse kicked Torts. Does that mean Brian fucked up Torts? It's a very interesting question. Very philosophical.
Y'all have way too much time on your hands.
Brian, I got your back, man. I got your back, man. In terms of all that now, what I broke down for Boston, how do you guys see it playing out?
Well, let me see here. So we got a couple of people who are. Oh, Ted gave us an update on the women's game. U.S. is up 1-0. So nice. I love how he put the accent over the N for Canada. Little touch there.
How's my girl Alex Morgan doing?
Leo. Emilio saying Flyers will lose.
Going to be any good?
Yeah, apparently. So Flyers will lose 8-2 against Boston. So, okay. Well, that's not going to be a great night if that pans out.
I mean, based on what I broke down, it sounds like it's plausible. But I mean, we do have the goaltending and defense to maybe throw a little monkey wrench in their plans.
Maybe. Hopefully. We'll have to wait and see. Ted saying, do the Bruins have a good coach? Yes, the Bruins have a good coach.
I'm blanking. Who is their coach right now? I'm blanking on who it is.
What's his name? I'm looking. I have him. I'm picturing him right all the time. Get a picture of him in my mind, and I don't remember his fucking name.
Yeah, Jim Montgomery. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Prez.
Thank you. Yes, Jim Montgomery is a good coach. Thank you, Prez.
I mean, to Rob's question, I think one of the big things that's working out in Boston's favor is the changing coaching from Bruce Cassidy to Jim Montgomery. I think Jim Montgomery has a very good voice in the locker room. He's a guy that guys want to play for, and he really knows how to utilize the talent that he has, especially on the special teams. And you're seeing that success this year. You know, like Rob was saying, 7th in power play, 1st in penalty kill. That shit wins you hockey games. You know, you can't sit there and deny that. If you go 0 for 4 on the penalty kill, that means you gave up 4 goals right there. You win games on the special teams. You can do all the little shit right you want, but if you can't convert on the power play, you can't kill off penalties, you're not going to be a successful hockey team. And like Rob said, Linus Ullmark having a spectacular year. I thought them signing him was the start of them really starting to breaking it down. And clearly, 2 losses in what was the record? I forget. But anyway, 2 losses on the season so far. This Bruins team's scary. I don't like the Flyers' chances, but it's scary.
Now, my wondering, though, is are the Bruins going to take the Flyers lightly? That's what I'm wondering. Because if they do, that actually does kind of open up a slight opportunity for the Flyers to sneak out of them. Possibly. Plus, also taking this loss could supercharge you into thinking like, okay, all right, fuck Columbus. We take it out on Boston. Now, that's a little hard to do, but maybe if they get that mindset in and Boston takes them lightly, maybe the Flyers take advantage of that.
Sorry, I'm watching. There was a quote on the game here from Lindy Ruff saying, his response to the "Sorry, Lindy" chants that the Devils fans were doing the other night. I guess tonight or the other night before, but he's just like, I accept the apology. I was like, that's pretty great. All right, Anaheim, let's get something going here.
And Ted, I believe that was Pete DeBoer, who's on the who's the coach of the Vegas Golden Knights.
No, Pete DeBoer's not there anymore. It's Bruce Cassidy is actually the coach.
That's right. They made that switch. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting Pete DeBoer got to
Dallas.
That's right. He's in Dallas now. That's right. Sharks, I kind of stopped giving a shit about what happened to him. So, anyway, and Chris said he won everywhere.
It's going to be a tougher task,
good in Dallas
too, minus
driving
weight.
thing got him fired.
Yeah, I heard something minus weight. I heard that.
Allison.
Yep.
Yeah, minus Wade Allison going into Boston too, or going against Boston too. I mean, that's you down a guy. Now it could have been worse, but he did suffer an oblique strain and a hip pointer. Went to the boards, didn't really look like much, but he went down a whole heap, and it was concerned that he could have been out for a while because I mean, this guy just cannot stay healthy. But he's on IR. Hopefully, he's only out approximately 3 weeks. So. They'll have to. They brought Willman up to occupy a bottom 6 spot in his stead. So, it's going to be a tough task. But I mean, this one thing that this Flyers team has done is fight hard. So,
No, it's definitely going to be tough. I mean, that kid. I'm going to kill you, Maddie. I'm not really going to. All I'm going to say real quick is it's definitely going to be tough. Wade's a kid that he grinds for the net and he crashes and he just has a really good power move. But yeah, you got to overcome. Good teams overcome.
It's the shame of being a physical player, being that kind of style, that hard edge to your game. You're gonna accrue injuries very easy time playing in the NHL. So I think that definitely has a little bit of a effect. Gets hurt as much as he does. I hope that as time goes on, he's a little bit more cautious. I don't mean like stop. Always, you should play with an edge, but be a little bit more temperamental, or be a little bit more disciplined, or be a little bit more logical, something of that nature. One of those words of how you apply your game in the actual matchup. And how you handle yourself in certain situations. Because while I love the relentlessness, and I don't think he should lose that, it's the nature of the beast. You're going to live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword like that in hockey. You're going to get hurt a lot when you do it. All right. So, gents, we'll pick this up here because I'm saying reports that Bo Horvat is done in Vancouver. Vancouver right now is a bit of a tire fire at this point. And
well, a lot of that is due to the fact that Bo Horvat is tired of rebuilding. He wants to go somewhere and win. He's tired of being a part of a rebuild. He's tired of not competing. He wants a cup. I can't blame him. And at this point, I think you're going to see Vancouver sell off a bunch of pieces. Apparently, they're listening to the calls on Brock Besser as well. So you're going to see a huge change in regime in Vancouver sooner than later.
Yeah, I could see it. Honestly, it's weird too because it was only 2020. Brian, you talked about it before the season even began. Vancouver's supposed to have a good season, and they did. They went to the playoffs and they upset the defending cup champions. A weird playoff setup, but then they went to the semifinals and they gave. What was it, Vegas? I think it was Vegas they took on. They gave them a run for their money. So, I think it was like. It was only a couple years ago we were talking about how Vancouver might finally start to become what they were supposed to be after time, but went to hell in a handbasket in just 3 short years.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens. It's just you can put a team together and they look great on paper, but doesn't necessarily play well on ice. I mean, they have. To sit here and say that Vancouver roster isn't talented would be a lie. You have Elias Pettersson, who's a potential 40-goal guy. Brock Besser showing he could be one of the best playmakers in the league. Bo Horvat, one of the best playmakers in the league. You got Quinn Hughes on the back end. JT Miller, you just signed to a long-term deal. Vancouver's in a very tough situation right now where maybe it's something in the locker room. Could be something more. Oh, then Priz, OEL, yeah. OEL hasn't helped him out at all since being traded there from Arizona.
Can we give quick credit to Priz for still hanging with us 2 hours later after you were supposed to pass out?
Oh, fucking A, boy.
That's my
He
dog.
wouldn't found.
That's my dog right there.
Damn right.
That's our dog.
Yeah, he wouldn't found that secret energy source of his. Don't know what it is. I won't speculate. But
Crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
This rock will last us for hours.
trying to. I wasn't trying to incriminate Priz there, but Rob said, "Yeah, let's just start incriminating."
All right, cool.
I
Ducks
talked
are on the
about
power
getting
play.
impregnated by John Tortorella on this show. You knew it was coming.
He's right, Maddie.
That's a good point.
He's right.
That's a good point.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a
Yeah,
shame.
you're right.
Oh,
All right, so
huge save on McTavish.
I thought Rob just got impregnated there. What the hell?
Not John Tortorella.
Oh my god!
There he is. There he is. There he is. Mason McTavish with the tying goal.
Nice.
Trying to look down for a second after saying that was fucking great.
I didn't look, dude, they went on the power play. I didn't even look down.
Down at the screen
Oh,
because
man.
of what I said. But anyway, besides
First
that
place
point,
fight time. Fucking love
yeah.
that
So
kid.
preview to wrap up the Bruins and Flyers. I think honestly, you know what? I'm going to be Mr. Positive. I usually go on the negative side of things. I've been down on the Flyers most of the time this year. Fuck it, I'll go positive. Flyers win this game. They win it in overtime. They win it 4-3 time and beat Boston and get an even bigger victory by coming from behind, tying the game up, and then winning it this time in overtime. Unlike tonight in Columbus. There we go. Comeback victory right there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not
Unfortunately, now
so,
that I said it, it's not going to happen.
well, I'm not going to be so upside on this one. Because one thing I do think is that the Flyers do play Boston well for some reason. They always, the last few years, doesn't matter how good Boston's been or how bad the Flyers have been, they've hung around with Boston. I think you're going to see that again, but I think Boston ultimately is they're going to win. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. I think they're going to win it in regulation. But I think it's going to be, we'll go ahead and say that the Bruins win 4-3.
All right. So, by the way, folks, for everyone out there who's been commenting in tonight, all the news and the all of the regulars, comments brought to you by Gleason's Bar, located 6700 Mill Creek. Promo code A2D for 10% off. You dine in or you go take it online. So, if you're ever in the Levittown, PA area, get nice food. Head on over to Gleason's Bar. And time for us to shift gears to the third period, and that is time to go around the league. And around the league, in the third period, brought to you by, which is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, tests, and more for every NHL or NFL or NBA, or when the MLB rolls back around, they got daily contests for everything. So use the promo code A2D for $50 of the value right there. All you got to do is go to fanup.app, grab that app, and start making yourself some cash. Get a little side hustle going with FanUp. Okay, and we move forward as the Vegas Golden Knights on the San Jose Sharks. That is always pleasant to watch. Moving on. I say like it's a travesty, but honestly, I really had very low expectations for the Sharks and the Flyers this year. Anyway, around the league. Gentlemen, anything that's pressing that you guys want to speak on in terms of players, injuries, or any other fun, maybe juicy scandal shit that came out? Probably not. I haven't heard anything scandal-wise. But go ahead, guys. Take it away.
I mean, you guys want to do a score update real quick? We haven't done that in a while.
Sure.
Dude, Abby's on board. I love that. All right, so handful of games on tap here for tonight. We'll start with the Nashville Predators and the Minnesota Wild. Predators win by a final score 2-1. Then we got the Panthers and the Capitals. Panthers taking them 5-2. Canucks getting their 5th win of the year. That's right, 5th win of the year by upsetting the red hot Buffalo Sabres by a score of 5-4. Which, by the way, I want to tip my cap to Boston Bruins captain Patrice Bergeron. When they played Buffalo the other night, before puck drop, Patrice Bergeron took the time to talk to Tage Thompson to make sure that, get an update on his wife, because his wife is battling cancer, unfortunately. And he took the time to check on her, make sure she was doing well, make sure he's doing well. So, we already know the type of captain that he is and the type of person that he is. But I just want to tip my cap, and this is why I respect Patrice Bergeron so much as a player and a person. Just to sit there and just be like, yo, I just want to make sure you and your wife are doing good. I hope she's doing well, this, that, and the other. And then it's back to business. So tip of the cap to him. Maple Leafs 5 over the Penguins, which is huge for the Flyers. That could definitely help them moving forward by a score of 5-2. Devils over the Canadiens by a score of 5-1. Final in overtime, the Lightning overtake the Dallas Stars by a score of 5-4. And like Maddie said, it's 1-0 Golden Knights over the San Jose Sharks. 16:29 left in the first. Jack Eichel getting that goal for the Knights. Jack Eichel not in effect in Vegas right now, scoring his 10th goal of the year. And then, as you know, we've been talking about it most of the night. Blue Jackets upset the Flyers by a score of 5-4 in overtime. And the Ducks, after one, is tied with the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 1-1.
Well, to piggyback off that, Prism did say, I heard Red Wings fans, other than Don, suffer from anal leakage. That is all. So...
Friends don't let friends root for the Detroit Red Wings.
Ew. Y'all are gross. Anal leakage?
Nah, I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. Of course.
I took a step back and I analyzed my own sense of humor, and I'm like, yeah, that flies.
Hey, listen, I'm not against it. It's you guys do you.
We are accepting. So at the Hockey Happy Hour, we are accepting all anal leakage. So just wanted to let that be known. So
no, we're not.
That is being accepted here.
No, we're not. Nope, that's not being accepted.
Prism, feel free to mail a turd over to Brian the first chance you get. All right, then. Let's see here. I'm just waiting for Brian's reactions.
No, I'm trying to get some
All
stuff
right,
here
so we
can
move
talk. Hold on, real quick, before we move on to their
to the shootout. Okay, what you got?
Hang on, let me find it. Where the hell is it?
While he's looking for that, I will throw in
Working on a few donors.
Y'all are gross.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, Robbie.
That hit on Callan foot by Nick Albay Kubel. He got 3 games for the hitting on the shoulder to the head.
Oh yeah, I did. I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was. All right, so just a couple things here from Puck Empire. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you should. They do a great job of putting reports and stuff out and updating stuff. Just some of the things that they've been putting out. This is where I've seen a lot of my reports lately. Maple Leafs interested in Chikrin, but worried about his long-term health. Also, Toronto is showing interest in Kevin Shattenkirk, Vladimir Javrikov, Luke Shen, and Carson Salcy. And then this is a report that Dylan was talking about earlier. Canadians, Canucks, Sharks, and Flyers are taking calls on players. So you're going to see these four teams making some changes soon. Canucks want to move Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but he's not waiving his no movement clause. You kind of don't blame him, but in that same breath, get out of that toxic environment.
Yeah,
so we got
honestly, just hang around and be loyal to a team that's not really worth being loyal to. It's like you got to do what's best for you. So it's kind of understandable.
So there is some hot seat action here in Vancouver. If Vancouver were to make the change, if Rick Tocchet is a potential name the Canucks could be looking at, they're also looking at Mike Vellucci as well as a suitor for the head coaching job should it become vacant. They also says something about Mike Sullivan, but Pittsburgh's not letting him go anytime soon. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it as of today.
I mean, I know Pittsburgh may not be a cup contender right now, but they're still. I don't think they're ready to fire Sullivan. Anyway.
No, not when they're still winning hockey games.
Right. Yeah.
Jonathan Drouin will be out the next 4 to 6 weeks due to an upper body injury.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, especially since he's starting to play a little bit better now too. So that's going to be a huge loss for them.
Si, senor. Did Maddie freeze?
Sorry, I had to mute my mic. No.
Oh, damn. You were so still. You look frozen, dude.
No. That wasn't it. I just had to mute my mic. Okay. Back to it. So let's see. Where were we? We were talking about.
It was around. Yeah, we were just doing around the league
focused
stuff.
on having to make sure that. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Had to mute that and wait until I could come back on. Anyway, so Ted was saying, what did we think of the blue jerseys? Well, we said it earlier in the show. I thought it was a nice homage to the Nordiques. So I thought they were good. Oh, you didn't like the blue Canadian jersey? Interesting.
That's what Colorado did with their retro jersey, and I just didn't like. I don't like Montreal playing homage to Quebec. There's hockey players rolling around in their grave right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I trust me, I get it. But I don't know. There's something about that baby blue, and it works with the dark blue. I don't know what it is, and that little tint of red. To me, that works really well. Who has a winning record?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that I don't really mind it. I don't think it's a bad jersey. The one thing that I thought was weird was the jersey that what did you guys think about the Devils going to the Scouts colors, the Scouts/Rockies colors for there? Because I mean, I know it's a part of their history. I know it was where they were before they became the New Jersey Devils, but I thought, do you really want to acknowledge the really crappy part of your history? Because you guys sucked. You were the Scouts and the Rockies. Just saying. Green and red's one thing. But the Rockies and the Scouts?
Yeah, I mean, I like the history, and utilizing that as all the teams have done. I just don't think it looks very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
kind of
gotcha.
I like the scheme. I like the design. I just don't think they pulled it off. They didn't execute that one well.
Yeah. But that one I thought was weird looking. Another one I thought was weird was the Blues jersey because of just how yellow it is. It's like super duper yellow. I'm like, bro, Nashville's got the big yellow jersey. I don't think you guys need to follow that path. You could have done white. You probably should have. Looking at the situation. So,
Who is this guy they're interviewing?
all right, gentlemen.
Sorry, thinking out loud.
I'm not sure because I'm. And person saying is like, dude, when I bleach, y'all disappeared for half a second at like some fucking ninjas.
That's because, like Scotty Lawton,
Ted saying that.
Yeah, like Scotty, exactly like Scotty Lawton.
And person saying that teams who were sellers. I mean, teams who are sellers right now, honestly. Like Brian was talking about, the Flyers, the Canucks right now and everything. The Sharks are understandable. Canucks are understandable. Flyers, even they're understandable. I mean, we know we were talking about moving Arizona and things like that, but moving Arizona, moving James Van Riemsdyk, and obviously that's something that we definitely wanted to see. We'll see if that actually happens. But, these are all kind of things that we were talking about with the Flyers and how maybe they got to move, maybe they got to do some things here and there, And that's, that's one of the teams. And Habs, the Habs, they're rebuilding squadron.
I mean, right now I think the Habs have a winning record, so I don't know if they'd necessarily be selling depending on how their season goes. But I mean, I know Pat Verbeek, who's the GM of the Ducks, he was in Montreal scouting that game tonight between them and the Devils. So I don't know what the Flyers have planned or what they're trying to do, but they're taking calls on players. Who? They're not saying, they're not reporting, and I actually kind of like that.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You want to not give that kind of stuff or anything like that, because then that creates problems. So the best thing for them to do is just to keep their mouths shut and keep it quiet. So that's the right thing to do there. Keep it private. All right, gents. So, to finish up second period here or third period around the league, who do you think the Flyers should get rid of to finish this one up? I mean, obviously, I think we can all say we want JV on, but is there anybody else that comes to your head that you think like, okay, maybe it's time to move on from this guy because clearly he's not really fitting into the system like he should with Torts?
No, I don't think. I wouldn't see anybody. I mean, like, yeah, Ted makes a suggestion with Cam Atkinson, because it's a piece that you haven't even gotten used to utilizing this year, and he does have that value. I mean, maybe there's a little question mark coming back from the injury, but what Fletcher was saying was that they wanted to build with Cam Atkinson. So I don't know if that's necessarily the direction they want to go, but maybe they'll feel calls for him. Otherwise, I see a bunch of guys buying into a system, showing max effort. Like this isn't even a homer talking right now. I really think that they should continue building what they're building right now with their current personnel. You can get to maybe better draft picks, hire more amount of draft picks for this upcoming draft. You got to field those calls, though.
No, Robbie, I'm with you 100% on this. They're playing well. They bought into the system. If they continue this trend, I think you should stand pat because you're starting to see what you have as far as developmental ways go. I totally butchered that phrase, but it is what it is. I'm fucking tired and I'm ready for bed. We're an hour past our usual mark, so I'm starting to get delirious. However,
Well, it's okay because we're almost done.
some guys, some of the guys, obviously we want to see JVR get off the books. Cam Atkinson, I want to see stay put. Hayes isn't going anywhere. Utilize some of the extra weight, get a couple extra picks here and there, and just really rock with what you have because you're seeing a lot of good things from some of the younger guys that are starting to really make their chances, really count. TK knows he's running out of time. For me, Morgan Frost is gone. You just trade him. Yeah, he played a good second half of the game. Had a really good assist on a power play, but to me, he's done. I'm over Morgan Frost. It's no disrespect to him, but it's time to move on. Get something while you can. Just you just at this point now, you're just kind of going to filter out some of the dead weight and keep putting pieces in, and just hope you keep figuring out ways to play good hockey, and just don't give a fuck about the result.
Right. You could maybe look to move a defenseman like a Justin Braun, like you did last year, a Risto, even a Nick Sealer, who's been doing some good things, a lot of good things, just to free up space for Zamula to play regularly back up with the Flyers. Ultimately, Cam York, we talked about him earlier in the show. So that would be a position of strength that you could. But the current crop of guys are just playing like that nice defense, closing down the alleys, blocking shots, doing what you need to do, clogging up those open spaces with active sticks. But if you're gonna, trade from strength.
Yeah, absolutely. And to the point that I wanted to make a little bit earlier in the show was, I think it was Ted who was asking about Cam York. I think the biggest reason why he's not on the roster is because if you look at the defensive pairings right now, one, they're playing pretty well together, so they're starting to really form some chemistry. Second is those 6 guys, I believe, are all on NHL contracts. You know what I mean? So it's tough to, one, bench them. 2, it's really tough to send one of them down. And if Cam's on a contract year too, so he has to have something to prove this year. So there's going to come a time where there is going to be an injury. There's going to be something that happens. Somebody's going to get traded. Maybe it is Justin Braun. That frees up the spot for Cam York, and he comes right up.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, that would be the smart move to do. I think it's possible they could go that route. Yeah, the possibilities are there if the good offers on the table for it. Ted was saying, I just realized, does Fletcher keep his job with Magic? Torts has been working. It's an interesting question. I guess. I mean, it's still very early in the season, so I mean, a lot can happen over these next few months. And if things really go off the rails and get really, really bad, it could be disastrous, and maybe you don't keep Fletcher around. But we'll see.
The only way you'd see Fletcher lose his job is if you saw more of the same as last year. No hunger, no compete, no getting each other's backs, no fight, no bark in their bite. You're not seeing that. So maybe some of that is from the magic of Torch. Like revamping the energy in this locker room at the very least. But no matter what the Flyers do this season, they're a rebuilding team. As long as Fletcher is making financially sound decisions for the organization and they're showing that effort, Chuck Fletcher's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now his job is pretty safe. They're playing pretty well. I mean, I guess it depends on the moves that he makes from here and how they kind of respond to everything. Unless they just completely nosedive, like Rob was saying. I think right now, as long as they're playing the kind of hockey that they're playing right now, I think his job is safe.
So, yeah, we'll see as the season goes along whether Fletcher will keep his his place on this team, and if there's right now where it's at, no, and I don't think I think he keeps his place for this point. We'll see as the season goes along, and we'll see what happens as the Flyers continue pushing forward. Final part. I heard Torts didn't talk to the game. You surprised he didn't get suspended? In his contract, he has to talk to the media. Nah, not surprised. It's not uncommon for Torts to say "fuck you" to the media.
Well, not even just that. I think he has to talk to him a certain amount. I think it's in his contract that he has to talk to him a certain amount a week. And it doesn't necessarily have to be post-game.
Right. So, really at the end of the day, too, the post-game interviews, the media trying to get words from the coach. It's like, well, what do you expect the coach to say? It's just like, oh, do you think that, this player lost? It's like, you're going to shit on it right now. It's like, go the fuck away. It's like most coaches, I kind of understand why they don't like dealing with reporters for that reason. I really don't blame them. So let's jump into the shootout segment to finish this bad boy up, get this all taken care of. And before we do that, give our specialized physical therapy sponsor of that, Lundsey Travel, specializing in creation of your dreams. You tell them that In This Very Ring sent you, and Alonzi, and then head on to their link right there that you see down below on the screen. And they're specializing in creating the vacations to Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls to, and let their talented team of travel experts create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. And like we said, not just In This Very Ring, but also tell them that A2D sent you. See if you got any deals there for you. All right, guys. So with that being said, into the shootout segment we go. Finish this thing up. And for our first shootout segment question at the end of the day. Gentlemen, should we start with the week? Because I feel like we should. You want to start with the big one?
Yeah, I'll start it off, Matty.
Hot take of the week.
Yeah, I referenced it a little bit to around the league. I'm like, we're seeing way too much contact to the head early on in the season. Talking about Knack's hit on foot, Matthew Tkachuk's high stick on Quick, both avoidable, both players suspended early on in the season. If a hit to the head is deemed intentional by referees, the player should be suspended a minimum of 4 games without pay. You got to knock this shit off.
1,000% behind that. Okay, so my hot take. Philadelphia Flyers make a trade. What it is, who it is, no idea. But I think they make a trade by next week and shake this roster up a little bit.
All right. All right, then.
I'm even going to say more specific. I'm going to say in a week. I'm going to say by our next show, we're going to be talking about a trade that the Philadelphia Flyers made.
Okay. So for me, my hot take of the week is the Flyers will. My hot take of the week is that the Flyers will snap their losing streak and go on an extended win streak. That
Extended win streak.
Hell yeah. we're talking 7s, 8s. We're talking those kind of numbers. Why? Because fuck the rest of the teams. It's all about the Flyers. That's what it's all about.
I would just like it if Anaheim won one game.
That reminded me of that copy store skit by Chappelle. Why do we treat the customers like we do? Because fuck them. That's why.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Love it. Oh my god, that's great.
I'm a big believer that show is very hit or miss.
Joyce.
I'm a big believer that show is very hit or miss, and that was one of the ones that I absolutely loved.
It was. That show was fucking spectacular. Oh, Dave Chappelle.
Here's your fucking copy. I am the manager.
All right. So we move on from hot take of the week, and we go on to the Flyers player that has frustrated you the most.
I'll leave that off again. We talked a lot about Morgan Frost, but I made reference to another Flyer that I'm usually high on, and it's Joel Farabee. Way too many turnovers. These are as a whopping 18 giveaways on the young season. Good for a lousy 0.28 takeaway giveaway mark. Only, so 18 giveaways to 5 takeaways. I get it that he's coming back from injury, but you got to be a little more responsible with the puck, especially you've been around the block now.
Yeah, I agree. That's some sloppiness right there. That needs to get fixed.
Yeah. You've seen it from Frost. You've seen it from even Tippett too for a little bit. He got bumped down from that top line for a hot second and got thrown back on, because he got his act right back in the gear. But Tippett's a -7 on the season too. So, I mean, some of that might, just be the general status of the team, but need to be a little more responsible with the puck. They were responsible early on, and that's kind of reverted a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. They do need to tighten that up. That's getting a little too loosey-goosey there for my liking.
I'm not saying you have to lose weight, but you just gotta tighten it up.
All right, so let's see here. Right, who in the Orange and Black has been frustrating you?
Oh, I think I've made that pretty well known this episode here is Morgan Frost. He's been just lack of energy, lack of consistency. When you see him actually putting forth the effort and putting in the work, it pays off for him. You just don't see it consistently. And it's starting to get frustrated. This kid was a first-round pick. He was a late first-round pick, but a first-round pick, and expected so much from him. They talked about how his scoring ability was so great. We're still waiting to see it. And I feel like the kid's always hurt too. There's some kids where it's like, okay, I can deal with your injury woes if you're producing on the ice. To me, Morgan Frost just isn't producing on the ice. He hasn't lived up to where he was drafted. He hasn't lived up to any of the hype, in my opinion. He's the one that frustrates me the most.
I understand. Yeah, and I agree a lot with that, because even though he did have a hand in one of the goals tonight, consistent production, that's something that has not existed in his game. And he like I stated in the episode too, it's like, man, if you don't want to take advantage of your keys, all right then, somebody else got to take your spot because somebody else wants it more. Like I said, Noah Cates, that kid's been contributing a hell of a lot more than Morgan has, and Morgan's been on the team longer. It's like, okay, so what's the excuse, Morgan? Get your shit together here. So, all right. For me, I would say the player that's been frustrating me the most, Bristol Linen. Bristol has really kind of been irrelevant on this squad, and he had some promise last year, even though the season went to shit real quick. Showed signs that, okay, maybe he could fit into the Flyers, and this year, no. And it has not gone unnoticed because Torts has called his ass out on it, too. So it's like, yeah, we paid you, Risto, and now you want to pull this shit. Kind of like what he did in Buffalo. Probably should have saw that one coming. But anyway, all the same, Risto needs to step the fuck up and he needs to start playing his game. Like, whatever he's doing ain't working. And he's been a pylon on the ice. So, yeah.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I saw that too.
It sucks because you haven't been here all night, Dick.
But I mean, as evident, Matty Bristow getting bumped down to the third pairing. Justin Braun been playing with Sanheim, and it's weird. You'd think he would fit in, in a tighter checking, harder hitting, blocking shots, physical drop the gloves. Like that's kind of the reason why they brought Risto in. So it's frustrating because it makes me scratch my head why he's not fitting in. I agree with you there.
Yeah, and it's frustrating to see because it's frustrating because it's a waste of money, and it's frustrating because it's a waste of time too. And we've already had plenty of that crap on the defensive side of the puck. We already dealt with Andrew McDonald. We already dealt with several other players like that. It's like, do you really want to be the next one? Do you really want to be the next one that earns my ire? Really? Because Shen and McDonald definitely will forever be on my shit list in my hall of crap for players that have dared to wear a Flyers jersey and sucked while they've been there. But anyway, so hi, Don. Like I said, it's fitting that you show up when the show's practically over because we got one more thing to go over.
I was just typing it out, but since you made reference to it, I was going to say in Don Don's defense, I did start it by saying friends don't let friends become Detroit Red Wings fans. He probably caught wind of that. Chris was like, you hear that shit, Rob?
Pretty sure
Rob,
he heard about all Red Wings fans have anal leakage or something like that, too.
But that's okay because we accept here. So
you might, I don't.
I just accept going there in a joke. I'm not talking about actual leakage. Moving on.
All right, so let's finish this guy up, and that is with our funniest Tortorella moments. Funniest moment you remember. It's got the crying emojis. But anyway.
We love you, Don Don.
But Don, you leaving? Come on. We know you're full of it. You ain't. All right. Funniest Tortorella moments. Hit me with it.
We made reference to his awesome post gamers recently, just shooting down lousy questions from dumbass reporters. So I'm just gonna give a couple quotes here. I think this one was after the Ottawa game. He goes, "Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. Next question." That was awesome. Well, probably the funniest and most inspiring moment came after the Dallas game, where he goes, "You can boo us, you can talk shit about us. I will back those guys because they are trying. Effort is not a problem. I'm very pleased with the effort. I don't give a shit what people think out there."
I love that.
Love that. That is good. I like that line. Go on, Go on.
I mean, for me, it's mine came up tonight. You know, when they was asked about how he felt about the forecheck, and you know, his reply was, "They suck. They haven't done anything well." Like that's Torts. That's Torts in a nutshell. You know, And that's something I think that this team doesn't necessarily want to have in their locker room, but needs to have in their locker room. And it really helps.
For me, I will say and part where I was actually really 110% agreeing with him when he called the Pittsburgh Penguins the most arrogant organization in the NHL. So I wonder what would happen if we went after their two little crybabies. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I can't hate on that. Like, because anybody who wants to actually go after whoever wants to take shots at Crosby, I'm like, all right, that's fine. I can agree with that and back that 100%.
Sorry, I'm debating.
All right,
I'm debating a fantasy
So-
trade I have on. I might need Robbie's help on this one.
What's up?
I got a fantasy trade.
All right.
This is offered to me. I'm kind of leaning towards taking it right now. I give up David Montgomery and I get 2 picks and $15 in fab cash.
What are the picks?
It's a 2023 third and it's a 24 third. For David Montgomery.
I almost say take it. I mean, but I would take it if I also had Khalil Herbert too. You know what I mean? And you had that handcuff and you were just distant and planning on going with Khalil Herbert in years to come. I might want a higher draft pick in one of the 2 years. But it's close because Monty's going to get phased out. Khalil Herbert is perfect for that offense, especially what Justin Fields is doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got Herbert too.
Oh, he has Herbert too, so he's trying to
Yes.
get the full. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I would ask for a higher pick in one of those 2 years, maybe like a second and a third, and fab cash.
I might take out the fab cash and see if I can get it just a second for in 2024.
Okay.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, cool. I'll offer it to him to see what he says.
Ted's calling a violation. Dude, you can't do that. You're helping. I'm guessing your team is out of it. Say no.
Oh, I'm way out of it. This league, I think I'm in 11th out of 12.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Rebuild, dude. Rebuild.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Go add. I got a couple running backs that you might be able to add real quick, like a Keanu Ingram, maybe even a Jalen Warren from Pittsburgh. See if they're available.
Well, I got Jalen Warren. The other guy is like, there's nobody left to pick up.
Gotcha.
Only tight ends.
Gotcha.
Yeah. See what he says here.
All right, guys.
Posted.
Well, I think that will take care of this edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We thank everybody for joining us as usual. All of the newcomers that we had today and all of the regulars. Thank you guys very much. Of course, you're the fam. You make this show what it is. You make all the shows what it is. So please check out everything. Not just the Hockey Happy Hour, but obviously Ship Agree, Disagree, and this very brand. We got Sports House. We got tons of stuff here for all 4 major sports and wrestling and hell, even soccer's taken care of. There's a lot of stuff. That's so. After that, just give one last shout out to the show sponsor, Specialized Physical Therapy. Once again, if any aches and pains pop up and you're wondering what the hell it is and wondering why this is bothering you and just won't go away, sometimes the best option is give Dr. Paul Vidal a call. Let his staff take care of you. Make an appointment. You go to Burlington or Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and they'll definitely take care of. They'll take care of those aches and pains that you have, and then you won't have to worry about it. So there you go. All right then. So everybody, thank you for joining us once again. And we hope to see you guys next time right here on A2DRadio.com for another edition of the Hockey Happy Hour next week on the show. Check what we got going on over here. Calendar. We do not have a game next week to do live stream for. So we'll think of something. Maybe we'll talk about those reverse retros a little bit more. Talk about how shitty some of them are or how great some of them are. Who knows? Who knows? But either week, until then, guys, we thank you for joining us. Go Birds took their first loss, but you know what? One loss ain't going to kill you. You're still killing it in the season, so keep going for it. And, we'll see you guys next week. Peace and love, everyone.